Tom Banton and Cameron Akmal out there to open the batting for Peshawar Zalmi. They can both be destructive, and I think, Ramiz, that they might find this surface to their liking. We've had a little bit of turn here over the last couple of matches at Gaddafi Stadium, but this pitch with that green grass may well come onto the bat, and that will suit these two.
Especially Tom Banton, what a talent he is. Needs to kick on, because talent without execution means nothing. So it's a good time, good pitch to showcase his talent. And we know Cameron Akmal can absolutely decimate any attack on the day. 38 and still hitting them big. This is a powerful setup for Zalmi. The first 6 overs, as always, will be critical. Setting up the shot will be Zalmi. Michael Goff is there, and Aleem Dar is partnering him. He's from Lahore as well.
Yeah, good to see Aleem out there. Good to see Shaheen Afridi fit and ready to go with the new ball in his hand once more for the Qalandars. He's made some important breakthroughs in the first couple of overs, and is a young talent that everybody should be keeping an eye on. I know Hampshire certainly will be. They've signed up to see him in the blast in England this summer.
Yeah, great thing about his bowling so far is that he doesn't go T20 mode straight away. So he'll hit the hard length, he'll get it to swing or seam. So it'll be proper fast bowling from him up front with the new ball. He's got a slip. 4 men in the ring on the offside, 2 on the leg side. Here we go then, action to begin. Shaheen Afridi is running in to bowl the first ball of the game. Oh, it's a smash to the offside, and action has begun. Middle by Cameron Akmal and middle by the fielder at cover.
Little bit of swing, just the tiniest hint that it started to come back. But Cameron Akmal kept the front pad out of the way and really pinged that extra cover drive, and it brought out an excellent stop at cover, who also lost a bit of skin diving on that used pitch, Mars Khan.
Promising leg spinner for Qalandars. I'm sure he will have a role and should be considered as a wicket-taking option. Any leg spinner that plays the game these days in any format is such a value addition.
You don't even have to bowl well, as long as it turns both ways.
Gone! Bad start by Zalmi, bad start by Banton. What a wonderful start by Shaheen Afridi. The fans are up. Lot of noise, lot of atmosphere back in Qalandars. What a start.
Not seeing the best of Tom Banton here for the Zalmi. Ball perhaps just stopping on him a tiny bit, but it was a tame finish. Shaheen Afridi knocked over Shane Watson first ball the other day. Jubilee safe hands at extra cover from the Professor. And that is all she wrote with the bat for Tom Banton tonight. Yep, it's duck time. Peshawar, 1 for 1.
We've been raving about this pitch. Well, that ball seemed to have stopped in the pitch. I'm not too sure whether it was a cross seamer as well. Liam Livingston is in early. Oh, beautifully bowled in swinger, hitting him high on the leg.
It's very, very excitable, Shaheen Shah. Yeah, too high, going over the top. Don't review it. But once again, it's that movement back into the right-handers are so dangerous at the pace that Shaheen Shah Afridi can generate. And he's also keeping the ball full. I had a look at this pitch before the start, and it struck me that the bearer areas were fuller, that it would come onto the bat from the middle of the pitch, but stop a little bit from the full point. Let's have a look here. Full up, seam up delivery, full delivery. Banton doesn't really get into it, and maybe that's the pace of Shaheen Shah that's kept his weight a little bit back. But it's the tamest of ends for a young man who can smoke the ball out of the park.
Missing the stumps twice now. He's been wrapped on the leg. Soft dismissal by Banton. I don't know what he was thinking, because it was nothing more than a gentle scoop. Came back, hit his back thigh. Impact would have been missing the stumps. That's why the DRS was not used by Qalandars, but massive in-swinging drift for Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's become a potent force ever since developing that in-swinging slant.
One thing that the right-handers need to keep in mind against Shaheen Shah Afridi is to keep that front pad on the line of leg stump when he gets full at you, because the moment he drags that left foot across towards the off stump, if it swings back in, you're in all sorts of trouble. Livingston at the moment is just getting tucked up, ball hitting him on the pads.
Oh, last ball has been hit crisply for 4. Very good shot. That will relieve a bit of pressure. But credit to Shaheen Shah Afridi for creating a bit of stir and getting a wicket. 5 for 1. Some changes are through gut feelings, some changes are through statistical delight. And I think this contest between Samit and Kamran Akmal has been won hands down by Samit Patel. He's got him dismissed 3 times in 9 balls. Here we go again. Smacks it for 4. Lovely, smooth start this time by Kamran Akmal, but can he last the distance?
Well, he's thrown down the gauntlet with that one, hasn't he? This is as perfectly an executed cover drive as you'd like to see. A little bit wide from Samit. He'll be upset that he gave him the room to swing his arms, but that's beautiful. Poetry from Kamran Akmal.
Will he go hard, Samit Patel, or still flight the ball? I think judging the pace is going to be the key. At what pace to bowl? That's a better line, keeping it nice and tight on middle and leg stump angle. Not afraid to flight the ball, not afraid to get hit, and I think that is a prerequisite for any spinner. Got to have a bit of ticker, especially when you're playing T20 cricket.
Absolutely right. I mean, he does it so often for Nottinghamshire. He'll take the new ball. He has no worries about taking the new ball. You get that natural variation where it hits the shiny side and goes straight on. That's why he'll be upset about the first delivery. It was just too wide, wasn't it?
Goes up, long on comes into play. Is it going to be another wicket? Is it going to be taken? Just about hangs on to it. Just about makes it. I think it's Fakhr, who's generally considered a very good fielder. What is happening out there? Are they losing the plot? Livingston is dead.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Liam Livingston. I mean, he just decided it's me or you, Samit Patel. He just pinned his ears back and decided he was going to hit this as hard as was humanly possible. Loses his shape, gets it off the bottom edge of the bat, the head's in no position. And then Fakhr, oh my goodness me. He's managed to cling onto it between his legs somehow. Get a heart rate monitor on Faka. Liam Livingston goes for 4. It's another one for the Qalandars. They are on a roll, 10 for 2.
Shoaib Malik is in at the non-striker zone. Kamran Akmal with the strike. Both 38-year-olds are out there for Zalmi. Well, this had to be perfectly executed because there's a long-on fielder. The boundary rider hit the toe end of the bat, went a mile in the air.
Just lost control, didn't he? Just lost his shape. You could tell by the way the follow-through finished up. Liam Livingston, he almost hit himself on the backside with his bat. He was just giving it absolutely everything. And Faka, well, all's well that ends well.
Lovely start by Samit Patel. Has done a great job once again, starting up front with a new ball, 10 for 2. Two down for 10. Zalmi in a bit of a bother. They say you've got to hold on to your nerve in the first 6 overs. So first 6 overs really set up the shot for you with the bat or with the ball. And so the rhythm is with Qalandars. Look out for that in-swinging slant. Cuts well, finds the fielder. Just wondering why Haider Ali wasn't preferred at 3 instead of Livingston. Right, in Pakistan, live streaming is on youtube.com, B Sports PK. And Pakistan Super League official YouTube channel is also available. Subscribe and see a lot of stuff, interesting stuff.
Live streaming partners, Global, cricketgateway.com, cricketwig.net and sportstiger.com in India.
Yeah, keep it there against Shoaib Malik. He doesn't actually like that length. I think it probably hit him in the ribcage. Watch ball by ball action on cricketgif.com. Plenty of vehicles available for you to watch this great cricket league. Buy your tickets now at TCS outlets, and let's not forget the March Madness. 30% off discount for students. We have official radio partner as well of HBL PSL, 106.2. Keeping it nice and tight. So he's pretty relentless, Shaheen Shah Afridi. He doesn't sacrifice his pace or his hard length. Because he stalls, he'll get the ball to bounce extra. And his ability to bring it back, and so that natural angle, which is towards the slip cordon, becomes that much more difficult to cope with as well.
Yeah, he's a dangerous character, you're right, Ramiz. And you call it absolutely perfectly in terms of the fact that he runs in as though he would be bowling in a test match. He's just hit a hard length, some will swing back in, some will go across, keeps the slip in there. He's just hunting wickets. Very dangerous weapon indeed.
Ah, beautifully struck through the offside. What a delightful drive from Shoaib Malik. Nothing more than great timing. No force, no funny T20 stuff. This is excellent test quality batting and test quality bowling. Visa has demolished the
boundary cushion.
The boundary cushion.
It's a great
Thank
shot. Great shot off the inside half of the bat, but he covered any potential swing. David Visa, the rock and roller, has ended up obliterating the boundary cushions. That'll just relieve a bit of pressure from Zalmi. Amazing the difference in the Qalandars after the last couple of wins. They're just brimming with confidence at the moment. And they look nowhere 3 games ago.
A couple of games and they have the rhythm, they have the firepower of the crowds. They're all backing Qalandars to do something sensational once again. Shot and one. This is pretty sensational from Shoaib. After being hit in the rib area, he's plundered a couple of balls to the fence. Won a lovely drive through the offside, and then this fantastic cut shot played with a lot of anger and power.
Yeah, just manages to get a bit of width there from Shaheen. I think you can pretty much guarantee that the ball won't swing after the first couple of overs. So he's expecting everything to go across him. And it was a beautiful execution from Shoaib Malik.
Should he go short again? Let's see whether he gives another rib roaster to Shoaib. Yeah, shot one outside that off stump line. Lovely over, lovely competition. This 18 for 2. Couple of early wickets may clog Kamran Akmal's free-flowing batting. That's gone, that's done the distance. Beautifully struck. I mean, the mid-on fielder was in for him and he went over that mid-on fielder, went just a little bit across the line against the spin, but masterfully played.
282 HBL sixes now. I'm a little bit surprised that they've changed round and gone for long off instead of long on. Samit Patel hasn't turned the ball big this innings at all. It's a great shot.
Katir is the call, he's a goner. Thank you for coming. Almost grasped. Samit Patel has the last laugh. He's done it again. What a moment for Qalandars. 4th time he's dismissed Kamran Akmal in what, about 12 balls or so? Fabulous, fantastic.
Oh, Samit, you are the king of the power play. I don't know what it is, the people just not treat him with any respect. He saw Kamran Akmal coming, he went wide and slow. And this time I think it's Harris Ralph who finds the ball to be electric. First time it hits its hands, oops, pops out and then it goes. Oh my goodness me, Harris Ralph it was, clinging on to Kamran Akmal. He goes for 12, 24 for 3, Peshawar in strike.
Kamran Akmal removed from the scene. Heather Ali is out there, 19 years old. He's got a bit about himself and is pretty talented. Very good against spin. His numbers are staggering, in fact. Breaks the race, gets a single.
Yeah, no left-handers in the top 5 for Peshawar Zalmi. Samit Patel is more than happy to mix up his line, mix up his pace, and torment those right-handers inside the power play. It was a really clever piece of bowling. Not such a clever piece of catching, but it didn't go down. And yep, got you again. In my pocket, Kamran Akmal.
Yeah, beautifully set up. Bowled it a little wider, away from his radar and reach. Heather Ali's record against spin is outstanding. We're talking about this 19-year-old kid having a strike rate of over 200 against spin. Not been dismissed by a spinner in this HBL PSL so far. It's nicely played. You've got to target that safer zone, mid-off area. Just get some rhythm back, and I think Zalmi need to do that. Get a little partnership rolling as well. Samit Patel, what a star he's been with the new ball. There's that little invite, flight, and Shoaib under pressure because of 3 wickets. 28 for the loss of 3. Taps it to mid-off. Plenty of action with the ball in the first few overs. 3 down, Peshawar Zalmi, 28 on the board.
Tell you something, Ramiz. No left-handed batsman in the entire Zalmi lineup. Not one.
That's got to be a record of some sorts.
Pair of desperate Qalandar fielders. But Shoaib Malik's the man you want out there in a crisis, that is for sure. Dilbar back in the side after missing the action 2 nights ago with illness. He's been impressive.
Well, Bush, this is Zalmi's 11th game without fielding a left-hander. Incredible. A little slower in pace. The attempted off-cutter. That offside field is now pretty packed, because he muscles the ball. If it's pitched short, he's a good driver of medium pace bowling as well. The off-cutter attempted and nicely played, stretching forward and not going hard at the ball. Not playing it early as well. Shot, almost a catch. It went through the hands. I'm not too sure whether he saw it early or not. Clearly, that ball has gone and hit the fence in no time.
Well, it was a plan. Fakhar Zaman has been positioned in there in a catching position. If anything, he's just a tiny bit too close, because it looked as though he barely saw it. It beat him for pace in that unusual position. Dead square on the offside. Yeah, beat him for pace. The hands weren't even up when it went through him.
He's beautifully set up the trap and almost pulled it off. Dilbar and Qalandars. Fakhar now pushed back a couple of yards. That ball goes nowhere. if they can get rid of Shoaib at this stage, it'll be as good as game over, because he's the last real hope, and this partnership has to work. Heather Ali and Shoaib Malik. Well, it's going all over the world, basically. Australia, Canada, Caribbean, Malaysia, Middle East, UAE, New Zealand, Qatar, rest of Asia, UK and India as well. This could be a first for Lahore Qalandars.
It's been a long time coming, that is for sure. But as you rightly said in the build-up, it's a different game and it's a different Qalandars side. They are brimming with confidence right now.
Got to wriggle out of the situation. Shoaib Malik, he needs help from the other end. Heather Ali has got a lot of talent, but how good he will be in a pressure situation. It's another short one. You could actually have a shot leg in for Shoaib Malik. He's not going to attempt the pull shot. He's not very good at that. Usually wants a bit of room, stays inside the line of the ball and wants to whack it through the point and cover area. Got big on him.
Yeah, he's decent, Dilbar. Very decent. He's the Cricking GIF Fantasy League leaderboard. Winners can win up to 30,000 rupees.
I'll give you 30,000 if you can read the names from 1 to 10.
Okay, Zubair Khalid, Hamza Gilani, Mohammed Aham, Mohammed Sami. Oh, I know him. Jamal M. Nazir.
15. You've earned 15,000. Because that's well done, actually. Well done, boy. 35 for 3.
Back live at a buzzing Gaddafi Stadium, and the home team have got off to a perfect start. Lahore Qalandars, they have taken the most number of wickets in the power play, 19 in this PSL 5, and they've got the kind of start that the fans will hoped would come true. They certainly had 2 wins, 2 emphatic 8-wicket victories, but have a look at that.
Yes, him!
Samit Patel, 2 for 16 into his 3rd over. And Lahore, what a tough start they've had to this campaign, and suddenly things have turned around for them. But can they pick up their first win over Zalmi since 2016? Great use of the feet. Tries to catch it, but it falls short of David Visa. Very good evening to Michael Slater.
Good evening, Cass. Evening to everyone who's tuned in. It's great to have your company, and it's great to be in Lahore. You and I, Cass, have come down from Islamabad, and it's a change of scenery. We thank Royal Pindi, or Pindi Cricket Ground in Islamabad, for their hospitality, their energy, and a really good pitch up there. So loving coming back to Lahore, and Lahore are turning it on at the moment. If they could get a 4th wicket in this power play, they're running out of time, only 2 balls remaining. Whatever happens in the next 2 balls, they've done well anyway in the power play. They've really set themselves up for another good show this evening.
Average power play score here in Lahore this season 5 is 46. Now Zalmi are on track. They'll be concerned by those 3 wickets that they've managed to lose. Surprised to see Liam Livingston come up the order. But Malik will be the key here. Back-to-back 50s in PSL 5. Currently 19 from 15. All the experience in the world. End of the over, 42 for 3. Back live in Lahore. It's good to see the crowds coming in, and a winning team does that. End of the power play, 42 for 3, Peshawar Zalmi. And Lahore have got to watch out here. Suddenly a partnership could build. Oh, look at that. That's passion. That's real passion.
Oh, yeah. How long did that take? It's like spray paint.
Longer than my makeup did today, I can tell you that.
Do you know that?
Crunched away, 4 runs.
Brilliant. That is a really solid stroke. Malik's been in terrific form. He got a slow half century. It was at 80 where he needed to bat slowly because he was losing too many wickets around him. And then the next innings, he was a power hitter. And he needs to be tonight for Zalmi if they're to recover from the 3 wickets they've lost early. They're in pretty good stead, Zalmi, and they've had a good record against Lahore. They've won 7 in a row over the years. Well, it was the 68 that was a slow one. I said 80. I've given him a few extra runs there.
I was chatting to Darren Sammy, the head coach of Zalmi, before the game, and he said, well, you've got to win about 5 games to get into those top 4 positions. It doesn't matter whether you win the first 5 at the start of the competition or you gather pace towards the end. Well, Lahore, they looked dead and buried at one stage in this competition. They've come alive in some style.
Yeah, the thing that Lahore have got to work on is that final 5. If they are able to get through now, Zalmi, with a couple of partnerships, they've still got to go at a fair clip, but Lahore's final 5 overs, they go at 10.88 runs an over, which is almost the most expensive in this HBL PSL, as opposed to the #1 running team, Multan Sultan, 6.69. And I really think the bowling stat, that bowling stat, is telling.
It is, and all the hard work done in that power play, and we've mentioned how well they've done, Lahore taking 19 wickets in that power play, the most by any team, and just giving it away towards the end. So it's a partnership like this where they've got to look to target and not let the workload push towards the back end of the innings. He's been quite a star for them, hasn't he, Dilbar Hussain? What I've loved about PSL 5 is the emerging players that have come through.
Speed variations from Dilbar. He's been good. He's been in the wickets at times, but he's got a range of deliveries, and then he's got one out of the blue, 147. And the real skill of T20 bowling is that variation and being able to recognise when to use it. Different lengths, different paces, but it's the commitment to execute it, I think, Cass, that's the real key. If you're half-hearted, so fastest 148, that is really quick, and he comes off a short run up and it's a real effort. Slowest 120, so that's hard to face. It's very hard to get into a rhythm with a bowler when they're like that, but it takes a lot of skill to have that variety.
Madon dropping back onto the boundary. 2 balls to go, 7 from the over. Oh, that would have been a superb catch. Ben Dunk, the Superman of PSL 5 so far, that would have been an absolute stunner. 50 up for Zalmi.
It's been hard fought too, that 50, and it was almost 4 down and not making 50, but that's gone so quickly. Ben Dunk, he moved okay, but it was the pace of the delivery. We've seen one that was too quick for that short man at point, and now that was too quick for the keeper. It's a quick pitch. The anguish on his face.
Last ball of the over goes for a single. 9 from the over. 7 gone, 51 for 3. Glorious night in Lahore. It's match 24. The home team, Lahore Qalandars, up against Peshawar Zalmi. 7 overs gone, 51 for 3.
Is that a full moon, Cass? You know what scares me about the full moon?
Tell me, Slats.
Danny Morrison. Danny Morrison is a werewolf at the best of times. We don't need a full moon for Danny. And thankfully he's not here, so we've escaped him. He's down in Karachi. Just stay there, Dan.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage, Danny Morrison. Harris Rav coming back into the team. Good to see him back.
So we've got a couple of youngsters out there. We've got Hayder and we've got Ralph, and they're going to go head to head.
Time for some Tapal tea. It's been one of our favourites. Well, you've enjoyed a bit of the green tea. And in Rawalpindi, we certainly needed it. A glorious night here in Lahore tonight. That's gone fine. 4 to the total. And Malik is just got a good presence at the crease at the moment. Great experience. His partnership now has moved up to 31 from 24.
Yeah, I just wonder how fit Ralph is, and he's just trying very hard to hit the deck there. But the line, he's got to get that line right. He doesn't want to settle for that line too often. Otherwise, this outfield is like concrete underneath. They were rolling it as we got here. That's how flat it is. It's like carpet. So just take a little bit of energy out of the delivery and get the radar right.
Average score here is 168. Zalmi currently 56 for 3. At the current rate, they'll get to 149. To get to that average score, they would need to go at 9 to the over.
So Ralph in the Big Bash in Australia, in the last instalment over Christmas, 20 wickets, an average of 13.35 with a hat-trick. Love the Australian conditions. And I don't think this pitch is dissimilar to some of the Australian pitches with its pace. Nearly gets another one across the seam, a little bit of a variation. So the reason bowlers go across the seam is that if it hits the leather, it can scoot through and slide, and if it hits the seam, it'll stand up and just stop slightly. So that's a good variation as well. A lot of the bowlers use it. A lot of the quick bowlers use cross seam every now and then. Same again.
That's airborne. Will it fall short? It does. Just sense the pressure building on the Zalmi team. 6 from the over with 1 ball to go.
Oh, there was the one that hit the seam, I think. And it's just held up a little bit, and so lucky to get away with it. So Haider Ali in this PSL, he's got out 6 times, every time to pace, averaging just under 15, strike rate of 134. Against spin, he's striking at 210.
Excellent last delivery. And it's just 6 from the over, 57 for 3. Wonderful atmosphere here at Gaddafi Stadium. The home crowd have loved the fact that their team have got back-to-back wins in this PSL 5. But can they beat Zalmi tonight? This will be the first time since 2016. They've got off to a great start. Maz Khan now replacing Dilbar Hussain.
Well, Hayder likes the spin. He's not got out to spin throughout this PSL. And he's only a youngster, was playing under-19 World Cup not long ago. That's the talent that we're seeing in Pakistan starting to emerge, and we keep talking about the fast track you get when you're playing with experienced players, some of these big-name overseas players as well. It's gold for them.
He's gone big, and it clears the field for 6. Great start to the over.
That's what he can do, another donation with a maximum. Look how many maximums we've had. 283 sixes. And that was a blinder. He's bowled the wrong and first up. And Hayder has dispatched it with such authority. That's the young talent we're talking about right here in Pakistan. Wide runs.
Exactly the start to the over that Zalmi needed. Quite over the last one, just 6 from the over, but Haider Ali's teed off immediately, and then one just down the leg side. And so 11 from the over so far. And bowler under pressure.
Yeah, and we know that can turn with 1 or 2 big overs, with bat or ball, and with bat they need those 2 overs. Because this pitch probably been a little bit different than what I've seen from the games here before, because the weather was not so good. A couple of the pitches were real turners for the spinners, but this is a quick pitch. This is worthy of that 190-200 score, and they're only going at 8.28 at the moment.
A couple of good overs, and then suddenly things can change very quickly. And we've spoken about partnerships and how crucial they are. This partnership heading towards 50. HBL Buggy having some fun here at the Gaddafi Stadium. There's always a reason to come through and watch cricket live here.
A couple of decent deliveries there. He's just not settled early. It's very hard when you bowl that toppy or wrong on first up and get ploughed over extra cover for 6. And if you're throwing it back at a spin bowler and don't let him settle, other sides will analyse an opposition team and say, well, he's a target bowler. He's someone that we're going to go hard at. And maybe there's a couple that they think they can take cheap runs from. Just stay down a little bit.
Dust duck dance moves, they're getting better, aren't they?
Well, they look better with that hair. I've seen them without the wig, and that's more impressive than I've seen.
Well, they haven't seen your dance moves yet.
I don't think they will either.
14 from the over, 71 for 3. Good recovery this from Zalmi. They were 24 for 3 and now moved on to 71 for 3. And this partnership between Malik and Haider really needs to be broken if Lahore want to keep that pressure that they've managed to maintain in the power play.
Yeah, I don't mind this captaincy either. Dilbar, who was very effective from the other end, he's now switched ends and he's back in the attack. So he's bowled 2, he's gone for 16. And he's probably a feel that he can get that wicket. And I don't mind that. If you've got 3 wickets and you feel someone's not far from getting another breakthrough, then bowl him. Because they go 4 down, go 5 down. They're in real trouble, Zalmi. They're still in a bit of a rebuild, but this partnership, 48 from 36. So it's starting to build, it's starting to get better momentum.
It's incredible how things have changed. A few weeks ago, there were no smiles at all on those faces. Lahore were ahead at the bottom, no wins at all. And suddenly they're turning their campaign around. Good rotation of strike.
Yeah, it was very noticeable, wasn't it, when we walked out to the ground and you could see them warming up and they had a spring in their step. The coach was smiling, the players were smiling. When you're winning, you're a happy team, and they've experienced it 2 on the bounce. And if they can get over their old rivals in the Zalmi, who have had the wood on them, then tonight is a massive night. If they steal 2 points here, look out.
Duck ball. Well, we're talking about the standings, and of course, Multan Sultan's right on top there, but Lahore have suddenly bounced off the bottom of the standings.
Well, yeah, you think that they will have played 8 and they go to 3rd position. Peshawar then played 9 and they're on 9, so everyone's in it. That's the exciting thing about what's happening in the PSL, that everyone is still in the hunt for that final 4. Obviously 1 and 2 get a big, they get an advantage.
It's good games to come. We've got Karachi Kings and Multan Sultans up next, but tonight a crucial game. A 50 partnership between Haider Ali and Shoaib Malik. Excellent rebuilding from the visitors.
Tell you what tonight's got written all over it is the return of Chris Lynn and a cameo from him to break the back of whatever run chase. And at the moment, it's going to be a smallish run chase if they keep bowling like this. This over's only gone for 3. A lot of work to do for Zalmi, but he's back. He's had a bad tummy for a couple of days. I did jokingly say, mate, the 2 games you've missed, your side's won. He said, oh, does that mean I should sit out then?
Oh, that will be a wide.
But he's down on runs. His high score's been 39 so far, and Chris Lynn is due, and this sort of pitch is his pitch.
Well, having seen what Ben Dunk has done in that past game, unbeaten 99 of 40, Lynn will be licking his lips.
Oh, he's a batting Lamborghini. He drives one at home and he's going to bat like it tonight. I get the feeling.
Sohail Akhtar. And a wonderful partnership with Ben Dunk, but how easily his runs were forgotten when Dunk just absolutely stole the show. 12 sixes in his knock. The whole world was talking about HBL PSL 5 after that knock. Saw that video trending on social media. So really good over, just 4 from it. Can he prevent the boundary of the last delivery? What a shot! Oh my word! The HBL 6 counter moves up a notch to 284. Halfway stage, 81 for 3.
right, Ben Dunk hits the list. 23 sixes. 80 hit in the last game against the left armers. And this was a smash and a half as well. He's played a lovely hand here. Very good partnership, good common sense batting. He's on 40 of 30. If he survives, Zalmi will breathe. Oh, almost dislodging the bails. Did it hit the stumps?
I think it did. I think the light came on. But of course, can't be out unless the bail hits the ground. Let's have a look here. Does it just tickle back onto the stump? Oh yes, it does. Clearly.
I think he hit the shoulder and then rolled on and hit the stumps as well. What a lucky breakthrough. What is Shoaib telling him? Just take it easy. Let's not jump the gun yet. 57-run partnership is a good beginning, but we need to be there right till the end. That's more like it. Just replicate what Shoaib is doing. Put away the loose balls, have the confidence and self-belief to play a couple of dots and then make a comeback of sorts. Well, there's no coming back if that ball had dislodged the zinger. It's a pretty solid blow as well.
Well, the bails are a fraction heavier than normal bails, so they are slightly more difficult to dislodge. I think we're seeing a very different bowler here in Visa. We've seen fire and brimstone from the quicks, and they've been exceptional so far. What I've really been impressed with is the way they haven't bowled half volleys, which is what we've seen in most games. I think all sides across this tournament so far have been guilty of bowling too many half volleys, and the bowling efforts on this sort of pitch should be punished. They haven't done that tonight. That's why you feel that the bowlers are on top.
Oh, that's a big hit. That is special from Heather Ali. Is it a Pepsi catcher, Karol? Catch, because that's gone all the way, and it's amongst the fans. That ball is loving it. That smile sums up the beauty of that shot. 19, and mighty exciting is Heather Ali.
Well, it's like Visa's put that on a tee. I don't think Heather Ali would have liked that anywhere else. Massive 95 metres. It's a huge six. I think if you're going to bowl these slower balls tonight, this pitch is too good to just bowl at gun barrel straight like that. Why did Samet Patel get the wicket at Cameron Akmal? It was clever bowling nice and slow and wide. I think that's what Visa needs to do as well.
Fuller this time. He's a very wristy player. Picked up the off-cutter early and deposited it 95 meters. It's one of the bigger sixes that we've seen in this HBL PSL that sail over the rope into the crowds. Shoaib Malik with 99-meter monster, Dunk 96, and the latest is Heather Ali in the list, 95-meter hit. A flick earns him a single, and so this partnership continues to roll. Zalmi 91 for 3. They've recovered quite nicely, courtesy this partnership of 67. It's still a long way to go. 10 and over will give them 181, and I think with Lynn and Ben Dunk in the batting lineup, you've got to aim for 181. Can they get there? 27 of 20 is Heather Ali and Shoaib Malik on 42 of 32 in this partnership. 34 of 26. Right, chance for you to pick up some cash. Pepsi catch a crore, win a share of a crore Pakistani rupees. That is such a good shot to have up your sleeve. Singles. Don't underestimate the value of a single in such a scenario, because it gives you confidence, flow, rhythm. It builds up momentum, which is so important in such a scenario where you're looking for runs and partnership. Such a valuable add-on.
Spot on. On a fast pitch, you're going to get boundary balls. And if you think if you can score a single off every other ball, well, suddenly you're at 9 and over with not taking no risk. That's why that layoff shot down to third man is so important on a fast pitch like this one.
Just got to improve his driving a little bit, Heather Ali, because he comes across as someone who can hit the ball a mile. Very good power base and good against spin. More than decent against spin, but what he has to do is to make sure that he drives the ball down the ground and not break his wrist. Because in subcontinent, you tend to do that on batting strips, where you look to play more through mid-wicket and square through the offside.
Oh, well bowled. But what I see this shot that he played, that drive in the last delivery, what I see in that is he's thinking that this is going to be another short ball. We've seen so many of them tonight. There you can see he's almost giving himself room to play the cut shot. The ball's full, so he just bunts it down the ground. I actually think that's okay batting. We've seen few, if any, drives tonight. All the fast bowlers have been bowling that back of the length, which is very difficult to score off. And so now they're at a stage when they can start trying to accelerate. And if you're expecting all the balls to be short, give yourself a bit of room. Cut.
So I'm just looking at Virat Kohli as a reference point, and Virat Kohli doesn't make a lot of sort of room. Oh, playing a slow ball. How did that miss that off pull? Scratching his head, still trying to find out a reason. Not that close. Pretty dramatic from the bowler. that is cosmetic to the core. So I'm just looking at Virat Kohli, and he's got to mirror his batting style, because he's pretty decent when he's playing proper cricketing shots. A bit like Shaheen Afridi when he's bowling the regular channel, hitting the deck hard, is difficult to put away.
Virat Kohli, though, has that little pickup shot that he can play those straight, short balls. He can pick it up over mid-wicket. Unless you have all those shots around the ground, you have to find a way to score, and that's maybe what Hyder Ali's trying to do.
Yeah, it is hub of cultural activity, a lot of fine architecture, a lot of flair in this part of the world, paying tribute to the artisans of Punjab. Mountains and color and glory to go with it. Oh, he's having problems with his heel. That's why he wasn't considered for a couple of matches. Haris Rauf. I don't know whether he's 100% yet. He says he's about 70. But they need to look after him, because the way Qalandars are playing, I think they are sort of looking good to be in the playoffs. Got to have your best bowler fitted in there come the big games. Nicely bowled. Will he make it? Shoaib Malik makes it. Shoaib Malik takes that single. It was a sharp one. It was a little risky one. If Haris Sohail had been fully fit, it could have been 50-50.
Now look at this. This is well bowled. Once again, the batsman's not expecting the full ball. They're expecting it short tonight. I think that's a dangerous ball to bowl if you're doing it every single ball of the over, because that was over pitched. But I think because it was a bit of a surprise, he got away with it. Yeah, when you've got an injured ankle like that, running hard, fast down the pitch, it hurts.
Chance. Direct hit would have had the better of Haider Ali. 3 down for 97. Right, they got a good bounce, Hafiz. Was he shot at the crease, would have been in, but close thing in the end. Asking people to stay away. He wants to be in the limelight. That's the other Lahore thing. Every Lahore wants to be in front of the camera.
Yeah, from these two batters out in the middle, I found it hard to score against the genuine pace. I'm thinking Visa's my man. I'm licking my lips and thinking this is the man that needs to go the distance. He's been bowling these slower balls.
Oh, in the slot, that's gone for 4. Beautifully timed and exquisite placement. Right, we have a 100-run on the board as well. I was thinking about the partnership. It's still 78, but 100 is posted.
I don't think it could be business as usual here for Visa. We know him to have all the tricks. I think he's got to change his tactic a bit tonight and be more into the pitch bowler.
That was quality from Haider Ali. Second 50, taking lesser balls. On the pads, that's gone into the gap once again. That's a 4. He's playing a gem here on 37 off 24. Just 3 dots in that, 4 dots in that spell of 24 ball innings.
And once again, I don't think Visa's got the right tact here. He's been so good. He's been the person who's gone and spoken to the other bowlers and told them what to try and bowl. And the others have been fantastic thus far, tactically. Don't think he can turn up and bowl his slower balls, Yorkers, etc. He's got to try and defend and bowl hard into the pitch.
Slow ball is tapped for a single, even though it's fielding well at point. I think it's Hafiz. Not bad at 38.
He moves well, doesn't he? Just wonder here where they're going to go to, bowling-wise. They've used 4 overs of spin, so they don't have to go back to spin. All the quicks can bowl out if this man on screen, Visa, bowls out. Ideally, you'd like him to be able to bowl. Depends how he can defend.
That's nicely played by Shoaib Malik. He'll carry on batting like this, which would prove to be a bit irritating now for the opposition, because he's controlling this innings now. That is what you don't want. Maybe Shaheen Shah Afridi could have been used for 1 more over against Shoaib Malik, because at that stage, if they had gotten rid of Shoaib Malik, it could have been curtains. And so that was the real sort of captaincy situation, whether to use Afridi for just 2 overs or maybe give him an extra one to attack Shoaib Malik. 109 for 3. It's been a very, very fine comeback from Peshawar Zalmi. They were down and out in the first 6. Partnership of 85. That's gone for 4. How many times you've seen this in T20 cricket? Frustration for the bowler and batsman punching the gloves. It's a good result for the right-hander. Pushes himself into the 40s now.
Well, this is a lot, unfortunately, as a fast bowler in T20 cricket. No need to get overly frustrated like this. Just understand that every now and then you'll bowl a beauty. And you'll get the batsman's edge, and unfortunately, it'll show us 4 on the scoreboard. He was bowling well. He's bowling with pace and venom, and what a challenge to try and score against Harris Ralph in this type of form.
Ah, lovely channel this time. Maybe a little slower in pace. 145, drops down to 138. Does it quite effortlessly.
Well, it's from here on that we've seen so many teams struggle. Look at that beautiful slow ball. Mind you, not that slow, 138k. And just the trajectory through the air, slightly different. We've seen now from this period on this ground, such a challenge to try and defend. Can they continue with this stellar bowling effort?
Slow bouncer this time. Varying it, keeping Heather Ali quiet now for a couple of balls. Will it have an impact on the striker? 43 years of 29. What is done well here is broken a bit of rhythm of Heather Ali's batting. And Shoaib Malik is doing well by just talking to the young kid. Don't worry about it. You'll get a ball where you pick him off for runs. Hang in there.
A fascinating period of cricket. It's a chess game. This is when I loved bowling. When it's a challenge. What's he going to do?
That's gone up in the air and probably will go all the way. It does. That's massive from Heather Ali. Yeah, Shoaib Malik is loving this. On 49, and if he gets another run, gets to a 50, he'll be the youngest in HBL PSL history to get a 50.
Well, I like the effort of the short ball, but for me it's a little bit too straight. You're going to bowl a short ball like that, put it outside the eye line with a beautiful height. If you're a captain asking for a bowler to bowl a bouncer, that's a perfect height. And just a little bit of a champ to the bowler as well.
Drive earns him a single, earns him a 50. What a 50. Getting a 50 under pressure. Involved in a partnership of 96, becomes the youngest player in HBL PSL history to score a 50. He's only 19, just played the under-19 World Cup. And he's moving forward, pushing his case to be selected for that all-important post in the World T20 World Cup squad. Would have enjoyed this. Got a 50 when his team needed one. Drive solidly played into the gap. Glorious, breathtaking drive. 50 for Shoaib Malik as well. Third consecutive 50 for Shoaib. Partnership 100 of 67. Zalmi on the move here. 124 for 3. Well, this is a mighty interesting call from the skipper, because Heather Ali's stats tell us that he is brilliant against spin with a strike rate of 210. Samit Patel coming on to bowl. Shoaib Malik is a big striker down the ground against spin. There he goes. Big. It works. Almost works. Visa was in business for a little while.
Well, between the overs, this was a little interaction. Samit, please bowl. You must bowl. Do not get smashed, sir. Good luck. This is putting him to the sword.
There he goes, and there she goes for 6. Brilliant. Samit Patel will be collared, probably taken to the cleaners in this over, because both these guys play spin beautifully.
Well, if you just need to look at the numbers, chances are that Samit Patel is going to get absolutely pounded this over. Strange decision to bring him on.
Another big shot into the gap. Will this be? Feel it is. Mars gets to the ball. Only a single, but it can get a bit tricky again for Samit Patel. He's having a laugh. He was frowning before he started this over, challenging the wisdom of bringing him in. Massive strike rates against spin for both right-handers.
Coming back for 2. And I think if Samit Patel can somehow get out of this over with just 2 singles, that is a massive victory for the Qalandars. What a big 2 balls this is coming up for Samit Patel and for the fate of this game.
Last 30 balls, 60 runs scored. How the momentum has switched. There he goes. That's nicely bowled, nice and full, almost Yorker length. Held his nerve. Beautiful bowling by Samit Patel. He is not thrown in the towel.
1 ball to go. I think everyone on his side is willing him on. Can this be a single? And flip side for Zalmi. Can they really cash in on this over?
That's into the gap. Oh, the last thing they needed was a misfield. Maaz Khan was the fielder, Samit Patel, if looks could kill. 139 for 3.
Crowd is roaring here at Gaddafi Stadium, and Zalmi are on top. Last ball should have been fielded on the boundary, and it went right through. So 15 off that last over. Peshawar Zalmi are all set to end this innings on a high. 5 overs to go. And that man on your screen, Shoaib Malik, has done brilliantly to work alongside Haider Ali for the 7th 100-run partnership of this HBL PSL 5.
Yeah, and I was speaking earlier, Cass, about the old and the new. We've got the experience of Shoaib Malik, and we've got Haider, the youngster, and you think of the value he's getting, having those mid-wicket conversations between overs and getting the support from elderly statesmen. Cool and cool hand sanitizer. We're using a lot of that, aren't we? It's a must.
Oh, they've been expensive in the last 5. Oh, that is a miss. What a miss that is. And this is the partnership. You have to break it now because they've got the momentum, these 2 batters. And Lahore under serious pressure.
Oh, it's been brilliant the way they've been able to turn the innings round after the power play. They've missed a couple of run-outs. Here's another one. That was an assisted run-out. That was what was on. Get it over the top to the bowler. and he takes the bails off. He had more time than he thought, so there's a little bit of panic out there.
Crunch down the ground, there's a fielder out there, and he'll take the catch. So timely breakthrough here for the home side, and it's the experienced Malik who has to make his way off the field.
Oh, it's unlucky it was there too, the form that he's been in. You could just hear the clunk when he made contact right off the toe end. Just needed an inch high, that would have sailed. Just watch where it hits, right on the tail. And toe end of the bat, and it needed to be taken comfortably. So there's that breakthrough. The partnership of 116 ends. What a 62 it was, 140 for 4.
Lewis Gregory back in the Zalmi team. He's been under the weather, been on a drip too, but he's back in action. And right now needs to bat sensibly alongside the man that's in Haider Ali to ensure that Zalmi capitalize on that 100-run partnership.
And there's the new coach. He's pretty cool, isn't he? He's always got a smile on his face. He's got the beanie on. Just as cool.
First ball, and what a shot to get underway for Lewis Gregory.
Well, just occasionally I'm not sure the field is set right for certain deliveries and bowlers, and that mid-off being up just reeked of hitting it exactly where he has. He just needed a length. It's another slower ball. That was a delivery that got Malik out, but pinpointed. Man up. Just watch that sail over his head. Yeah, I had a chat with him before the game. Oh, no, good work, leg side 45. Yeah, Gregory, I had an interview with him and he was talking about being ill. He's still washed out. I don't know that he's 100%, but he's good enough to play. He said he had his first solid meal last night in a couple of days. And one terrific shot, that one a little bit lucky, but brilliant fielding, really good.
They've got to be on top of their fielding here. You can't allow any easy singles. It's good stuff from Visa. He's managed to get the big wicket of Malik, who we saw how irritated he was. They had given away just before this 5 over. And he would have been the ideal man to be in right now.
Always pressure, isn't it? That man that comes out in the final 5. There's the expectation he can just rock it from the first ball, and he showed he can, Gregory.
Nine from the over, 148 for 4. Tough start on the power play. They were 24 for 3, but a 100-run partnership has set it up. Can they cash in these last 4 overs and get close to that 190 total? Tough to defend here.
Well, they totally can, because this pitch is completely different. If we look at the highest run rate by venue in this PSL, Rawalpindi has got 9.6. We're done there. Karachi's next, Multan's next, and Lahore has been 8.4. But there have been different pitches than we have tonight. This is a lot quicker, it's more consistent. The bowlers, you notice they've got to bowl so many slow balls to take the heat out of it. So at 9.22, that's more like it. So 150 for 4. They can get 190 plus here, Cass. Obviously for Lahore, wickets are going to slow things down. That's the key for them. How do they get them?
.57 from 38 to Haider Ali. Oh, whoop that away. What a shot for 4. This young man is turning it on here in front of this Lahore crowd, and what a way he's done it.
Well, he wasn't getting a good shot from Shaheen. There was a big clear. How dare you play that shot? Well, Haider's a young man. If you're going to bowl there, see how his feet change so quickly. He was set up for a different shot. That is sensational. I loved him. The first innings I saw in this PSL, you can just tell when someone can play. Well, he's proving it tonight.
I'm sure his batting mentor, Hashim Amla, is sitting on that dugout watching in pride. He's played very clever cricket here tonight, is Haider Ali. He's come in lower down the order. HBL buggy, fantastic merchandise being sent into this crowd. Excellent crowd too at the Gaddafi Stadium.
Has anyone told him it's night time? I suppose the lights are on, they're bright. You wear your sunnies, a bit like Bono from U2.
Oh, got him! That's exactly what the home side needed. The wicket of Malik, and now followed by Gregory. Shaheen Afridi obliges.
Malik and now Gregory, so bang bang. It's a nice way to go. Get the new batsman out there. There's always pressure to keep scoring. You've got to. And that is a Yorker. Gave himself a little bit of room to the onside, did Gregory. And Shaheen has got his second wicket. Yep. That's a good celebration. He's gone for 8. 155 for 5.
Alice Brathwaite, the new batter in. And Shaheen Shah Afridi, how well he's done for Lahore. 10th wicket he picked up, 155 for 5. Haider Ali at 19, the youngest to hit a PSL 50, and he's still there. So it's excellent from Afridi. Gun barrel straight. Yorkers do the trick at the end of an innings.
Yeah, well, it's good to see one. We haven't seen many in this PSL. I don't think the bowlers, it's almost like they've forgotten about the consistent Yorker at the death. But Shaheen has proven that he's got it. He's got some pace to him as well. And I think Gregory undid himself by giving himself so much movement to the onside.
Oh, that is high up in the air. Who's got this? It's a tough one. It's fallen between two fielders. Under the lights, never easy. And communication also tough.
Well, they were both sprinting. There needed to be a call. I thought there might have been a collision, but can you believe that didn't get to a hand? It was such a miss hit and it went straight up. Dilbar could have maybe gone back. No chance. But it is just fallen short of both of them. That is incredible. Thought it was hanging for long enough. All right, Haider now. 63 is.
Well, he's got hold of that for 6. What an innings this is from young Haider Ali. And that's a 6 number 8 for the Zalmi team.
Darren Samia's coach is so excited about this youngster, and if you're in Pakistan, you should be excited too. This young man was born on the 2nd of October in the year 2000. He's 19. This is incredible. Under 19s last year, the World Cup, and he's turning it on in the first year of PSL.
4 4s and 4 6s from Ali. Oh no, Ben Dunk says, I've got this, and he does. Celebration from Hussain. I think that's more relief than anything else to see the back of young Haider Ali. Oh, what a hand he's played here. 69 from 43 has put his team in a good position.
Yeah, what a shame. What a shame for the youngster, but he's done such a valuable job. That was a crucial innings at the right time, and he's being acknowledged by some in the Lahore side. He just took on a pre-med shot and the line was too wide of off stump. That's why he was unable to just lend it over that 45. Yeah, frustration, but what a talent he is. I've loved every moment. We all have. It's 163 for 6.
Oh, gorgeous shot through the gap for 4.
I saw the big man in the gym today. He was working out. He's got those muscles all pumped up. Let's not forget, Brathwaite actually played for Lahore last year, so he's got a bit more of a winning way this year. But now he's seeing Lahore, who he played with, they're on a bit of a winning roll. The different colours. That was a really good shot using the pace.
End of the over, 167 for 6. Captain Wahab Riaz to face his first delivery.
Wholehearted cricketer, isn't he, Wahab? There's another look. He gets to offside and he just... Well, often batsmen turn their head when they play those sort of shots, but I think that delivery, in a smart fashion, Dilbar pushed it further wide of off stump, and it just lacked the control then. If it was anywhere near off stump or more to the onside, that would have gone for 4 or 6. But those two innings in the middle, and that's why this innings is resurrected again. There's the Yorker. Lovely.
Really bowling really well here at the back end of the innings. It's not easy to get it right. They'll talk about Yorkers at the death, but to be able to execute it.
Oh, it's nice to see. And just because he's bowled one then, go again. Doesn't matter even if the batsman knows it's going to be up there. It's very hard to get away.
Especially at that pace. Oh, yes! That's what we're talking about. And Afridi is having an absolutely gemmer for night here. 3rd wicket for him. And just 22 runs conceded.
Bowl it again. And bowl it again. He's got 3 wickets and he deserves them. He's finishing off really well. More than really well. It's superb bowling. Briaz is no slouch with the bat, but he's gone for 1. 169 for 7.
Lahore have taken 4 for 29 to bring themselves back into this contest. And Shaheen Shah Afridi has moved up to 2nd in the leading wicket takers of HBL PSL 5. This is the 11th wicket, and what a way to get it.
Yeah, just attacking the stumps, nice and full. Even if it's not the perfect Yorker, it's a half volley into the bat, low full toss. You can't get it away. I love his salute. Bring it on, he's saying.
He's got so much heart. Ideal situation is having 2 new batters at the crease in these last couple of overs. Tough to gain any sorts of momentum, and what a key breakthrough that was, getting rid of Shoaib Malik.
Yeah, well, what they're doing now through the wickets they've taken and the way Shaheen is bowling is they're probably knocking off 15 to 20 runs that they would have had to chase if they weren't getting the wickets. That's the effect. So he's right up there in terms of the number of wickets in this PSL. He just keeps coming at you. He likes this round the wicket angle and darting at the stumps.
Oh, unlucky for Afridi. He conceded 4, picked up a wicket, and now 4 of the final delivery. 8 from the over, 175 for 7. Final over starts with a wide.
And this is crucial. Finish it off. On both sides of things. Brathwaite, finish it off. Bowling, finish it off. Starting with a wide. You've got to bowl an extra one already. And he's still pretty chilled, isn't he? Oh, I don't think I've seen him rattled. Actually, I have. I won't say where, actually. It was in a casino.
Darren Sally says, oh, you need about 5 wins to get into that top 4. Oh, that is neat. How well did he play that? Starts with a wide, then concedes 4. Can Peshawar Zalmi capitalize and try to push towards 190 here?
Well, there's been a shift in the last 5 overs from Lahore. They've tightened things up, but that is just using a deft touch and manipulating where the fielders aren't. Lahore have taken 4 wickets in overs 16 to 20 for the first time this PSL. And you can just see those 4. There's still runs coming with it. Oh, bowled. There's the Yorker. Yeah, so the next few deliveries determines whether they're chasing over that 190 or not. And they might even get to 190 Peshawar anyway, but it's just sort of trimming a little bit of fat in that run chase. It's still going to be a good run chase from here. There's certainly batting conditions to do it. I think it's a 200-plus pitch that we've got here tonight.
Well, when Malik and Ali were together, it certainly looked like they were heading towards 200. Well, 35 dot balls. We have Lahore. Someone like Chris Lynn will fancy a total like this, somewhere over 210. You've got to tee off right from the word go. So you've got Lynn, you've got Dank. It's going to be an excellent run chase here at the Gaddafi Stadium. Spank that away. There's protection on the boundary. Well done from Visa. Keeps it down to 2. May prevent further damage in this over. Brathwaite, he's played well, 13 off 9. He needs to find the boundary and we'll try to clear it.
Yeah, it was a heavy hit, wasn't it? Some good fielding, and there was a wipe of the hands afterwards. Indication there's some dew out there. And it reminds me, we're going back in time here, 96 World Cup, Australia v Sri Lanka. Australia were affected badly fielding second under lights. Heavy dew. I won't use that as the excuse. The fact was, Aravinda De Silva took the game away, but there was an element of dew. That was a massive moment for Sri Lankan cricket, let me tell you.
Well, with dew on, makes it even more difficult to defend. So they would have needed a few more runs here. 184 for 7, 2 balls to go. I'll remind you the average score here is 168. It's an excellent batting track.
He's such a huge man. He's got those long levers. He's looking to launch one into the stands. He's capable of it.
As well bowled. Excellent recovery this from Rav.
All right, so it should be sub 190. Unless this one is dispatched for a maximum, but 185 for 7. I think Lahore will be happy with that. There's always a partnership that can get away from you, and there was brilliant batting that was the reason they achieved it, Zalmi, in terms of getting an innings back on track. But they've recovered slightly, haven't they, with those wickets taken regularly.
Karachi Kings made 187 for 5 here, and Lahore chased it down with 8 wickets in hand. It was just 2 days ago. Wickets in the last couple of overs. Oh boy! Thrown to the wrong end. So they've ended on 187 for 7. That's exactly the same score that Karachi Kings put on the board. And Lahore will be breathing a sigh of relief, because at one stage it certainly looked like they'd be chasing over 200.
Yeah, well, I thought Karachi had enough or could have defended it, and they could have, but they didn't bowl well enough. And it just shows that 187, it's amazing it's 187 again, is often, in these conditions, not enough. Now this one comes in, there was a run out on, there's certainly without a fumble. Brathwaite's probably getting home, unless it was a direct hit. He's in frame, but Hassan Ali was the one that should have been run out at the other end.
106 runs scored in the last 10 overs, but more importantly from a Lahore perspective, they picked up 4 wickets at the end and 48 from the last 30 balls. So all set up really well here. Match 24, Lahore looking for their 3rd win in a row. And the first time a victory over Zalmi since 2016. Well, they need to bat well. Let's head downstairs now to Zainab. So we're all set for the run chase. 188 is what the home team are looking for to get their 3rd win under their belts, 3rd consecutive win. And when you have a look at just what they could have been chasing, Dirk Nannes, I think they'll be happy with this.
I think they will be. Good pitch. A little bit of swing straight away. There's a man, he's been scoring quickly when he's been out there. Hasn't scored big scores. I like his strike rate. This has been a wonderful pitch, and you think that the Qalandars bowlers have bowled reasonably well, but they're still finding themselves chasing a big total. I think that's indicative of how good this surface is.
Good stuff, this from Hassan Ali first up. Captain Sohail Akhtar has also had a good run of late. An excellent partnership between him and Ben Dunk.
It's interesting with Chris Lynn back in the side, though, that Sohail Akhtar's still opening. Does strike well. He's gone well against the quicks, striking at 150.
Cracked away. 4 runs for the captain.
Well, no problems with that. This is that half volley length. I think the Qalandars bowlers did so well in not bowling. Can't get away with that sort of length on this surface. It's too good a pitch. And chase them down easy. And keep going like that. Well put away. Skipper's away.
Down the leg side now. Gotta watch out here and don't allow Lahore to get off to a good start. Still gun batting to come. You mentioned Chris Lynn, you've got someone like Ben Dunk. Hafiz has gone well. They bat deep. So a good start here. And could really put the visitors under pressure. Got that powerfully away, just for a single. This is a good pitch. This is going to be tough work for the Zalmi.
Yeah, I think the way you see that ball there race down to 3rd man shows just how fast this ball's coming onto the bat. Zaman, you don't need to play those aggressive shots. Just use the pace of the ball. Crowd has gone berserk tonight, and rightfully so. Home team coming off 2 wins on the trot and a good chance to win a 3rd.
Winning team, we'll see the crowds coming in, and this is one of the bigger crowds that we've seen at Gaddafi Stadium. Came in quite early too, from about 5:30. We just sensed that there would be a full house here tonight. Win. Ben Dunk crashing an unbeaten 99 of 40. I certainly got the city talking.
Surprisingly, none of them had helmets on. Ben Dunk has been planting them, not just over the boundary either. There's 23 sixes so far across the tournament. Some of them have been monsters.
Last ball of the over, and he finds the boundary. So a good start this for the home side. 12 from the first over, 12 without loss. the over. And the captain manages to end it with the boundary. So unless there are wickets being taken in the power play, Zalmi are going to be under pressure. Bat deep do the Lahore Qalandars. And they'll have the momentum after 2 wins in a row. Rahat Ali now. Such great interest in HBL PSL 5. YouTube.com/bsportspk for live streaming. The official YouTube channel for the Pakistan Super League. Fantastic highlights and exclusive video content. cricketgateway.com for international viewers, and crickwick.net, and in India, sportstiger.com.
You also get ball-by-ball action on cricketgift.com. So many ways to enjoy the PSL across the tournament. Such huge interest as well. Why wouldn't it be, with so much talent on show? March Madness, if you want some tickets, TCS outlets all across Pakistan. 30% off for students and women this week. And our official radio partner, 106.2. That ball wide. That ball did swing a little bit as well. We've seen a slight little bit of movement every now and then. Not consistent. Good seam presentation. And also left someone. Got that floating slip in place there. I wouldn't want to bowl that sort of width for too long this evening. This pitch is, it's too good.
A little bit of dew around earlier. I wonder how much of a factor that will play towards the end of the Zalmi innings. Worked away nicely into the gap. Just for a single. So we've been tracking the cool and cool spirit of cricket. Multan Sultans top of the standings in terms of the competition, but also top of the standings in terms of the spirit of cricket. It's how you relate to your teammates, the opposition, the match officials. We're watching everything.
They've been all over it as well, but the spirit's been good across this tournament. Played in the right frame of mind for all the players. He's bowled it right here. Right, Ali is. Just enough movement in the air every now and then to create enough doubt in the batsman to try and really target him and line him up. They just come back to that decision to open with Sahal Akhtar. I wonder, he's opened in one game, just when Lin's gone out. Lin comes back in. He succeeded at the top. And he finds himself opening again. It's all right if his strike rate's up. It is now. Can he continue?
Last ball. What an over from Rahat Ali. Just 3 from it, 15 without loss. Back at the Gaddafi Stadium, run chase in match 24. Lahore need another 173 from 108 deliveries. And Zalmi need wickets.
Good luck getting something on that. That ball's ripped in half. Well bowled.
It's gone away for 4. The edges fly here too. And that's the challenge with bowling second. Hard to defend. First ball.
file that under the challenges of bowling on a fast pitch. You bowl of absolute beauty, and before anyone can blink, it's gone to the boundary. Could have gone anywhere.
Oh boy, now they can get the single. Got to watch out with their fielding, the Zalmi. Probably fell 20 to 25 runs short in that innings. They should have got to about 200. Now they've got to watch out that they don't give away unnecessary runs.
Well, the skipper was leaning on his bat at the non-striker's end, and Zaman wanted a single, probably rightfully so. That ball was a mile from the stumps. Beat everybody. Fortunately, they had a third man in place. What I like with Riaz here is he's bowling fast. And look at those wickets. All-time PSL wicket takers. Riaz way out in front. Hassan Ali as well finds himself up there.
That's about a stalwart he's been for Zalmi. He's played all 5 seasons for them. Now this season as captain too. How he'd love to see his team through to that last 4. But this competition has really been turned on its head, hasn't it? Suddenly Quetta find themselves at the bottom of the standings. This is a crucial game.
Yeah, remember they won it last year. Gladiators. And these sorts of tournaments tend to be won by the side who's in the form at the right time. And the Lahore Qalandars have got some batsmen in form. They're starting to get their bowling right. We saw that this evening. Tactically, they were on. Can they just continue with a couple more wins out of their last 3 games? They'll see themselves in the final. Who knows?
1 goal to go in this over. 7 from it. A boundary off the first ball. And he's brought it back really nicely, as Riaz. Oh, good end to the over. 22 without loss. Lahore 22 without loss. Oh, that is huge! 6 runs, first 6 of the innings, and it comes off the back of Fakhr Zaman.
And another donation, 20,000 rupees from Golut Low. Stand and deliver. Rahat Ali's bowled a beautiful over first up. Changed ends. Fakhr Zaman's having none of it. Lovely strike.
Quietish overs, and Zaman has just opened up on that first delivery. He goes again, and this time it's even bigger. Into the crowd. Back-to-back 6s, and Lahore up to 34 without loss. Tournament 6s heading towards 300.
HBL 6 counter flying along, and this one was even bigger. This is massive. Pace on the ball, and with a man who's opening himself up to play this sort of shot, that's exactly the ball you're looking for. .81 meters.
Highest score is 33 against Islamabad United. Is this the night for Fakhar Zaman? Already seen Ben Dunk. There's still Chris Lynn to come. Captain's just having a word with his bowler. Current run rate 10.2. Acquired run rate now 9.24.
This is like why I really like Fakhar Zaman at the top of the order. And we saw them try Salman Butt in one game, because Fakhar Zaman was just getting 20s. Oh, I'm taking 20 off 10 every day of the week. Now he's 21 off 11. If you can get off to a start like that, you're taking the pressure off this middle order. And have a look at it. Chris Lynn, Hafiz and Dunk. It's a fantastic middle order. But perhaps I'd like to see Lynn at the top. I just question this evening whether that's the right idea. How it will play, nobody knows.
Steam single to short fine leg. And what will be interesting to see is how Yasser Shah goes a little bit later on. They need wickets here, and that's crucial. If you have a look at the same time, Zalmi were 26 for 3. So Lahore had a fantastic first couple of overs where they picked up wickets and really held the visitors back. But here, 35 without loss with 2 balls to go in the 4th. And could set up quite a strong power play here.
Yeah, just on the flip side, at this stage of the Qalandars bowling effort, remember they had that ridiculous short point almost, because that ball was carrying through there. Now, what I like about the way the Zalmi have set their field is that point and the gully. They're really fine. The faster the ball's coming, the finer you need those players. So you see there, Gregory just backward a point. You see that gully in play.
End of the over, 35 without loss. Start of the 5th over, and Zalmi, where can they find a wicket? As we said, the batters to come. You don't really want to see those names, but certainly you've got to pick up a couple of wickets to hold his team back. Got a sense that it's the kind of total that Lahore will fancy chasing down tonight. So Hale, 11 of 12.
Well, this is what you don't want out of an opener. If you've got Lynn and Dunk sitting in the sheds, Hafiz out there. Hafiz can play this type of role where he can go at a run a ball and explode a little bit at the end. But why is Chris Lynn such a feared batsman is because he can blow apart a run chase so quickly. He can blow apart a power play. That's not what we're seeing now. So I wonder if the skipper's just playing himself a little bit too high.
Chris Lynn in his opening overs is absolutely destructive. We've been talking about momentum in this competition, and Lahore at one stage couldn't buy a victory, and right now they've got the momentum. So I would hate to lose a game like this and then head off to big games to come. Karachi, Sultans. So this is the game for the taking.
All right, but they've found ways to lose the unlosable, haven't they? Traditionally. Some fantastic bright side. Fan of the match, face painting. There's been so much colour in the fans throughout this tournament.
Take a picture. There's a reason why you come down to HBL PSL 5 action. There's so much here for the fans to enjoy, not just on field, off field too. This has quietened down, hasn't it? Just 4 singles from this over, the 5th over. 1 ball to go. Sohail doesn't look comfortable out there.
You just feel something's got to give. Who's it going to be? I think with the experience, I don't think it's going to be Wahab Riaz to crack. Can Fakhar Zaman just get through this over? It's been bowled well. Bowlers have every right to bowl a good over. Just don't lose your head.
Well, just as you say it, he almost lost his wicket. 5 overs gone, 39 without loss.
They're just above it. It's a good power play so far. It's probably just settled down a little bit in terms of run rate, but no wickets lost. They're in a really good position here in the run chase. Lahore. Hassan Ali. Oh, there we go. There's an opportunity. Opportunity, Brathwaite. Oh, the big fella. He's got the biggest hands out there.
How do you drop it when you've got hands the size of spades? He never looked comfortable underneath this. It went a mile up in the air. Out of the blackness of the night sky. Can be difficult to line the ball up, floodlights, etc. But he had an age to get himself in position. Never got in the right one. Sohail survives.
Well, the cost of dropping them. Dunk was dropped on 11 and went on to score 99. So, always know, Butch is the batsman. If you get this sort of let off, you think, well, I've got to make them pay, because that is unusual to see him drop one.
It's funny that we were just talking about let-offs off air, you and I. Ashes back in 98, 99, Michael Slater run out by probably a metre, by the length of one of Carlos Brathwaite's arms.
Well, that is untrue.
Given in, horrendous, then went on to make 100 and win you the test match.
Down memory lane, didn't we? I was just in. All right, Zainab, hello.
Right, so I'm here with पेप्सी कैच करोड़ के विनर्स, यहाँ पे दोनों मोहम्मद मौजूद हैं. मेरे साथ मोहम्मद अजहर है, साथ एक और मोहम्मद है. जी बताएं, पेप्सी कैच करोड़ आप जो है आपका हिस्सा इनमें बना है, तो कैसा लगा कैच कर?
बहुत अच्छा लगा जी, बहुत एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. मैं घर से निकला था, मेरी वालदा की दुआ भी मेरे साथ थी कि बेटा जाएं, अल्लाह आपकी मदद करेगा. मेरी नीयत थी जब से PSL शुरू हुआ है कि कैच करेंगे इंशाल्लाह. गरीब लोग थे, अल्लाह ने मेरी सुनी, यहाँ पर आया हूँ और खुदा का नहायत शुक्र अदा करता हूँ. अल्लाह का बहुत शुक्र है, मेरा साथ दिया, मेरी वालदा का, मेरे पीरो मुर्शद की मेरे साथ दुआ थी. उन्होंने भी कहा आप जाएं, मैं आपकी दुआ करता हूं. मेरे पीरो मुर्शद, मेरे वालिद, मेरे दोस्तों ने, सब ने कहा आप कैच ज़रूर करेंगे. अभी मैं ग्राउंड में बैठा हुआ था तो मेरे दोस्तों के फ़ोन आ रहे थे, वालदा भी कह रही थी इंशाल्लाह कैच आएगी, और अचानक एकदम से कैच आई और मैंने उसको कैच को एक हाथ से कैच किया है.
चलें, बहुत ज़बरदस्त था। आपकी वालदा के मेरा ख्याल है दुआएं जो हैं कबूल हो गई हैं, क्योंकि आपने आके यहाँ पे जीत लिया है। जी आप बताएं, आपका कहाँ से ताल्लुक है?
जी मेरा पीछे बावन नगर से है और मैं बेसिकली लाहौर का रहने वाला हूँ। मेरी वाइफ जो है उसको मेरा बेटा आने वाला है।
तो फिर तो आप लाहौर कलंदर को सपोर्ट।
हम लाहौर कलंदर को ही सपोर्ट करते हैं, चाहे वह हार जाए तो हमें फिर भी कोई नहीं दुख होता। आई एम लक यू आर वेरी फॉर लाहौर एंड वेरी फॉर सपोर्टिंग यूर पाकिस्तान और पाकिस्तान PSL जिंदाबाद।
चलें, थैंक यू सो मच। वाकई पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद और एंजॉय करें पेप्सी कैच अ करोड़।
Thank you, Zainab. Yeah, the first chap, he spoke like Sarfraz, doesn't he? The pace of Sarfraz, and lovely to hear him say that he comes from a poor upbringing and he's got some money and that'll go towards the family.
You got that too, did you? Yeah.
Yes, I heard that. That's
Excellent
lovely.
translation from Michael Slater.
Pepsi catch a crawl, and he's going to benefit from that. Lovely stuff. 49 for no loss, end of the power play. There we go, Alim Dar, who is the most capped test umpire in the world of cricket. He's been around for a long time. Yasser Shah into the attack, so Yasser gets his bouncy leg spin opportunity. He's not really been bowling as consistently, Butch, as I've seen him in the past. He's tended to, if anything, drag too many deliveries down early on.
Yeah, going at over 9.5. Was a replacement player for Zalmi, replacing Hamid Wazim. Zainab, where are you?
Right, so it's that time of the day when we have Inverex Solar Energy, हमारे heroes, and ये जो दो heroes हैं, ये वाकई heroes हैं, because they are basically playing mixed martial arts and they've won several medals. Both of them, by the way, are siblings. बहन भाई दोनों यहाँ पे हैं और दोनों ही जो हैं MMA खेलते हैं. Sorry, we'll have to go back because there's been a wicket. We'll come back to you guys just in a bit.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt there. It is a wicket. It's going to be run out. A big mix-up. And the score is 50. We have just witnessed, while Zainab was having a chat down there, a run out, and it will be given. It was the fact that he was caught in no man's land there, Butch.
Yeah, it's a bit of indecision, really. If they'd both gone, they probably would have made it, but Sahal Akhtar is going to end up a long way short. It was a good bit of work behind the stumps from Cam and Akmal. The dive didn't save it. The 50 partnership comes up for the Qalandars, but the skipper has got to go. 21 from 19 for him. And Lahore are on their way, 50 for 1.
Here he is, the T20 specialist, Chris Lynn. As we have another look at the mix-up here. As you said, Butch, a commitment for two, but he's dropped anchor. He's turned, he's ball watching, he's dropped anchor and left his buddy nowhere to go. And it was a slow turn And he tried so hard to get back there.
It might not be the worst thing to happen, and certainly not the worst thing to happen is to go and hear from Zainab again.
या मैं जब भी आती हूँ विकेट गिर जाती है, बट अनीता और उली मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं. तो फर्स्ट फीमेल मिक्स्ड मार्शल आर्ट्स की ये यहाँ पे एथलीट हैं. What made you take up this particular field?
क्रिकेट में भी ज़्यादा मुझे इंटरेस्ट है और मैं PSL का थैंक यू करना चाहूँगी क्योंकि उन्होंने दूसरे जो स्पोर्ट्स के एथलीट्स हैं उनको भी ज़्यादा प्रमोट कर रहे हैं और ये हमारे लिए एक बड़ी अचीवमेंट्स की बात है.
आपको देख देख के ये भी इंस्पायर होगी.
एग्जैक्टली फर्स्ट टाइम जब ये हुंजा से इस्लामाबाद आई तो आई वाज फाइटिंग और मैं जिम में ट्रेनिंग कर रहा था. जो व्हेन शी reached Islamabad and she came straight to the gym and the first thing she said to me was, भाईजान मैंने आप जैसा बनना है.
Well, both of you are in this field. I hope you don't have worried parents.
No, alhamdulillah, we have very supportive parents and siblings as well.
All right, Inveric Solar Energy का ये बैट है, आप दोनों साइन करें. We're extremely proud of you. I think this is a great initiative because we get a chance to see all these unsung heroes of Pakistan, and this duo here is just one example. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break. 52 for 1. So 136 from 78. You've got the, as I say, the T20 specialist, Chris Lynn, out there. Can he get himself going? Highest score of 39 in this edition of PSL. And then you've got Lewis Gregory. Both Lynn and Gregory coming back from upset tummies.
I tell you what, it's a gamble, isn't it? You pay all that money to have somebody like Chris Lynn come out and lead your batting lineup, really. And then you're dropping down the order. Sahal Akhtar puts himself up. Sahal Akhtar's not a man who has an enormous strike rate. So it's a gamble. Chris Lynn coming in at 3. If it comes off, brilliant. Well done, everybody. If it doesn't, you think to yourself, he's been wasted.
No, I'm with you on that. I just think the benefit you have with a Chris Lynn is he bats as an opener when you've got limited... Well, you've got the field restrictions, only 2 men out. He's got to bat in the opening power play because he hits in the air.
Yeah, and if he doesn't make runs, he doesn't waste any deliveries either. Turn it over quickly. Akhtar's innings of, what was it, 21 from 19. It's not the sort of strike rate that you'd ever see a Chris Lynn innings have. I'll tell you one thing, you know that the two MMA fighters there?
Yes.
Brother and sister?
Yes.
You wouldn't want to get caught over a fight over the dial at the dinner table in their family, would you?
No. Just get dance moves. There they are. We see them again. Oh, I love the shirt in the right. I'll find out where he bought that. Yeah, no, those two, those siblings, you just agree with them, don't you? Otherwise, you're in a headlock or something. And I heard in that interview that it was lucky that she turned up at the gym that day and wanted to do what the brother did.
I tell you what, your Urdu is unbelievable.
It's coming on, yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming on. Here he is, Lynn. So coming in at number 3 and after the power play, it's going to be interesting to see how he plays it because this is not his natural game either. He's normally out there knowing that he can blast in the air over the infield, but he's looking around the field and he's looking at all these men in the deep and protection for the fielding side.
Yeah, you're right. Sort of these guys out there in his favourite pockets, really, deep mid-wicket and over long on. It's all about being able to adapt this game of cricket. You don't always get the setup that you want. It's being able to overcome whatever's put in front of you. And at the moment, Lahore are 134 runs away from victory.
Butch, I want to pose a question to you, because I know you have the occasional late night. Now, people think you might be out there having a good time, but what you are doing is studying the stats books. So you will know April 10, 1990, why this is such a big day, won't you? And it relates to the partnership.
I think it's both their birthdays, isn't it?
See, there you go. There's proof, everyone, that when you hear Butch has had another late night, it's because his head's buried in the stats books. That's exactly right. Both these are in a partnership. They're both born April 10, 1990. Synergy, 55 for 1. Yeah, good running between the wickets. Well, here's some stats for you. Mark Butcher is the deliverer once again. That he's actually pointed out that at number 3, Chris Lynn has batted 75 times and has a better average than anywhere else in the batting lineup in terms of where he's batted. He averages 37.66 at 144 strike rate. So, and with 1 century. So he has batted here a lot. In fact, mostly here. He's opened 60 times and he's batted 375 times. So maybe that suggests that he's a little bit more watchful when he comes in at 3 and it gets him going.
Potentially, yeah. Perhaps he gives himself a bit more time. Strike rate's higher, isn't it, when he goes out to the top of the order, 150, 155. He certainly looks like he's in the mood. You know, there's a calmness about what he's doing at the moment. Goes bang down the ground, and that's very nearly killed the cameraman.
Good shot, he hit it straight enough. There was a man down there protecting. It's a little bit wider than that, so it has hit the camera. Well, thankfully that was in, he actually looks into that, so it's hit the end of the viewfinder.
Wrong one from Yasir Shah. Didn't turn, didn't grip. And Fakhr just smoked it down the ground. And Fakhr will be getting a bill from the production company. Expensive, those.
Well, yeah, look, it's unlucky actually because we don't have any spare viewfinders, but we had a spare cameraman, so it's a little unlucky. No, I'm joking. We don't want to see any cameraman get hit. Oh, gee, he moves quickly too. Oh, I hope you're all right. There's one bounce and could have been worse, could have actually hit the lens. Now that is expensive. He goes again. So, he's got it back up. Hey, Chris, you all right? Concussion test?
I was going to say he's got 2 black eyes. No, that's terrible.
He swipes at that one, Chris Lynn, and it's only the single, so slowly but surely he's 4 off 7. And 1 over to complete 10, 65 for 1. So Gregory again, he's bowled 1 over for 3. It was outstanding. So you sort of sense that Lynn needs to do something special fairly quickly so that required run rate doesn't get up over 12 too soon. I want to try and keep that down. We're in control, and that's what he can do. See, Chris Lynn, the first time he has a crack, it is dispatched.
That is just brute strength, murderous strength from Chris Lynn. If you don't have the bat speed, if you don't have the strength through the legs and through the ground of somebody like Chris Lynn, this is hitting the top half of the bat and going nowhere. He has got through that so quickly. Absolutely destroyed it over mid-wicket. My word.
Yeah, he's a brute. And he just loves this form of the game. He's a specialist. Just rolls with it. This be one. That's not a bad result, getting him up to the other end.
Oh, not half. I'll tell you one thing, though, Slats, on the Qalandars and the games that they've won chasing here. 2 games, one against the Gladiators and one against the Kings the other night. At the halfway point, they looked as though they were way short. But they are the biggest hitting side in the last 4 or 5 overs in the competition. And of course, we got Ben Bubbles Dunk sat in the dugout as well, and Lynn is now in. So my guess is that even though from our standpoint it looks a long way off, that they're not panicking in the dugout right now.
Absolutely smash, but picks the man out. A couple of metres either side, that's probably 4. Yeah, you're right. I think when you've got wickets in hand too, Butch, you know, these guys don't panic when it gets to 13 or 14 now. But they've got to take their catches when they come, that's for sure. The Pepsi catch a craw. So, you know, share 1 craw, and it's been fumbled. Another go, come on. We want it clean. Oh, gee, they're fighting for it. Yeah, there it is. He's got a share of it. There he goes, hard, low, flat. He's turning it on now, 15 from 10. How quickly it can change.
Lewis Gregory under the pump. He's been on a drip for the last 2 days. The last thing you want is to be running in and bowling the white ball at Chris Lynn. Goes for the Yorker, misses it, and then gets whiplash as he watches it disappear back over his head.
Yeah, no risk when you've got the vertical bat straight down the ground. We'll be looking for 2 here. There'll be a comfortable 2. Sliding, there's dew, more dew now than earlier, and the pitch tends to quicken up too. That's an advantage for Lahore.
Yeah, it sort of happens from about 10 overs into the first innings. We've seen teams struggle in the power play, get 2 or 3 wickets down, batting first here at Gaddafi Stadium. But in the second half of their innings, they've been able to put partnerships together and score. In the second innings, it's like a road.
Out of here! There it is again. The arrow down the ground. Chris Lynn, 23 from 12. Do not leave your seats.
Qalandars are going at a very good pace. And Chris Lynn had a jolly good time of it in the slot. You can't bowl there at 130 clicks. It travelled and travelled quickly. Big over for the Qalandars. That last over from Gregory went for 20.
Shows the quality of this pitch. Don't bowl that leg. Don't bowl that leg. That's the key tonight. You're a Zalmi bowler out there. And I'm the captain. I think that skipper's just going to be in your rear for the whole night. Don't bowl slot. Anything but that.
Hassan Ali comes into ball and he's there to provide them with a breather. Break this partnership. Rhythm, 35 of 23. And it's another houseful here at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. You've been wonderful. Such a valuable contribution. The fans, always. $85 for 1 after 10.1. Going at a great pace. What has been likable about this pair is that they've not really gone berserk. They've picked the right lengths, right balls, mostly, and hit them so cleanly.
You know, this is the type of pitch that Chris Lynn has at home. You know, this is like the Gabba, a fast, bouncy pitch, true. Lahore are ahead at this stage. Remember though that they've come home like a house on fire in previous games with the bat. You've still got Dunk to come, got Hafiz to come.
Now they're fast catching up. Qalandars win this and move forward. They'd be what? Number 3 in the list, in the standings list, if they win today. White ball is played away quite nicely. There's a lot of craft involved on that occasion.
Well, craft from the bowler. Not sure there was too much craft from Lynn. I think he was trying to hit it through those men on the offside, not over the top. Well bowled. Had no control over that whatsoever. Entertaining cricket.
Yeah, Wahab, what is he thinking? He's applauding the effort from Hassan Ali. He had befuddled him, but the end result wasn't a great one. So 90 for 1 now. Galloping. Oh, that's even better. A bit of fun and giggle. Blocked his way, didn't want him to hit that one. Probably he couldn't have, because I think it's given a dead ball straight away these days, isn't it?
That is simply magnificent. That's a slower ball that has gone backwards.
It was a reverse swing at his best. Swinging it backwards. Oh, cut him in half. The off-cutter sticking into the surface.
Can we get the speedo on this ball? He's tried to bowl the slower ball.
Would have been a great delivery for Aleem Dar to face. He got the scare of his life. He didn't know what to do with it. The initial gesture was to wide it, and then it was given a dead ball. Can we pick that as the moment of the game? Lovely running between the wickets. Zalmi at the receiving end. Nothing seems to be working.
Aleem Dar's reaction was as though the ball was being bowled at him. He ducked the bouncer.
Mate, it was a good wake-up call for the umpire. They'll keep his eyes wide open that moment. There he is. Is he cold, is he? Yeah. On the pads once again, worked away into the gap. 11 done, 93 for 1. Good time for Aleem Dar to have a breather as well. he can reflect on that delivery. It's a Tapal strategic timeout here at Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. I think Zalmi needed that break, that strategic break, for them to really get going again, because they've been a bit hapless regarding what to do with this partnership of 43. Right, Tapalti moment. Why are they looking so serious? You've got to have fun with it.
You got green glasses at the back there.
Supplied by Qalandars, those green glasses. Lovely jubbly, nice expressions, nice and smiling for that photograph, right? And then of course there is the HBL buggy, full of merchandise, goodies, great stuff for Muftaz. And action about to begin here once again. So we present to you Fakhr and Lin, two great strikers.
Well, I think viewers at home, strap yourselves in. We're in for a bumpy ride from here. Whatever happens, it's going to be fireworks starting very soon.
Goes, that's up in the air. Is it safe? Is it 6? It is. Over the rope. May not have middled it, but the result was fantastic, exciting. 100 partnership, sorry, 50 partnership is raised. 100 on the board as well. We've got an eco-friendly truck.
Well, it doesn't matter how you get them, but the intention, you cannot fault. Cross seamer, He's setting up as though he wants to baseball it out of the ground. That's probably not the ball you want to bowl. If I see a batsman setting up like this, I'm probably bowling full and wide, something out of his hitting zone. Anything but that length. Good striking.
The pace is good in this partnership, 50 of 31. The required is still over 10, by the way, so it's not that straightforward. They need a couple of blows here, a couple of wickets to make it a bit tough for Qalandars. Once again, wrong length. 50 comes up for Fakhr, his first 50 of this year's HBL PSL. We had to wait for a very long time to see him run into good form, and well, he's provided us with a lot of fun. Good effort, 50 of 34.
His side like him as well. They like what he brings, and they like his role at the top of the order. And he's been threatening to put on the score. He's played some wonderful shots throughout the tournament, but never quite gone on. And he's doing that tonight. Again, that ball in that hitting zone. Skipper needs to get to him and say, let's get away from that ball. Let's bowl something else. Be inventive.
I mean, he's strong on his bottom hand wrist, because everything is being moored away towards mid-wicket and square leg. 3 4s, 3 6s. Strike rate of almost 150, 35 balls innings, and he's not finished here. Last 30 balls, 53 runs put up. Oh, it's a smash. The ball runs quickly to the fielder there. Hassan Ali, nicely positioned. Still a big over. 13 from it, 106 for 1. .106 for 1, plays 187 for the loss of 7. Qalandars in the driver's seat. Can they carry on and win this and make it 3 out of 3? Captain is running in. 2 overs, none for 11. Still has a bit of gas, Wahab.
Certainly does. He's got some experience. Just a reminder, the Qalandars are averaging 55 in the last 5 overs of their batting innings. They're well on target to get below that. Will we see Ben Duncan next? You always worry when you're looking, we assume he's going to be in next, but you always worry when the next man in's wearing a sweater.
So my take on Ben Duncan is that he'll never have a double chin because he chews a lot of bubble gum.
It's target reduction though, Ramiz, that never works.
With and gone. Once again, Fakhr has been fed with some easy stuff. What he's doing is just opening the front leg and looking to be or bank on the back foot and hit it across towards the leg side or cut it.
Yeah, you're spot on, Ramiz. Once again, if you imagine a person set in that stance, where do you want it as a batsman? You want it in that hitting zone, exactly where he's bowled there.
Once again, I think. Well, he wanted the strike, Fakhr. I think he got away with it, Wahab, because that ball was dead set once again in his radar to be hit for a 4 or maybe for a 6 as well. So he's just got to tidy up a bit here, Wahab. He's got pace, Dirk. So my question to you is, why isn't he not trying that fuller length, that Yorker length? Can easily go at 145. Click.
Yeah, like that. But as a fast bowler, there are days when you know you're going to nail that. And there are some days when you're just off. This ball here, look at the way that's gone away from Lynn. Just like that. J. Dot super over. Maybe not with a kinked arm.
Oh, well,
that's probably not allowed.
Well, that was a great doosra. Ball at 38 degrees.
It's a shocking doosra.
Yeah.
Spun the wrong way to be a doosra. You know, if you're a fast bowler, there are just some nights when you know that you're not going to hit that length. And on a true pitch like this against someone like a Lynn, if you miss it, it's 6 runs. Best case scenario, it's 4. So that's why it's such a risky ball to deliver, but he's nailed that on that second attempt there. Can he do it again?
Well, he wanted to clear the mid-off fielder, goes straight to that fielder, only a single, and after 13, 114 for 1. It's been a constant chatter between the three. There he goes. Osaka runner, his battery is charged. Yeah, nice run, well done.
Don't look at who you're running against. You never saw Usain Bolt do that, apart from the last couple of metres of his 100 metres at the Olympics.
Oh, Yasir Shah wanted to feel it, but was stuck so hard, just couldn't do anything about it. Well past her bedtime. A little bemused. What is happening around her? Ah, a wave. This will be interesting how Lynn will play leg spin. Is he any good against leg spin or spin? Duh. Is pretty decent. We got the answer straight away. Sorry, mate, for asking it.
Well, another one to the HBL 6 counter. 295 now. Well, I think that shows if you drag it down against Chris Lynn, you're going to go the distance whether you're a spinner or not.
Lahore fans in full flow back in Qalandars. This is Chris Lynn's highest score in HBL PSL. This time goes a little wide and still gets worked for 4. Massive shot, really was well timed. Hitting a cover drive to a wide ball is pretty special.
I think the challenge now this evening is the ball's not really turning. So regardless of what he's like against spin, he can almost play this as a medium pacer. The ball's not necessarily turning.
I've just been told that his strike rate against spin is much better than pace. In PSL, that is. So Yasir Shah has proved me wrong. Lynn is great against spin. Statistics have proved me wrong. I'm pretty embarrassed.
He scunges this one down to mid-on. The challenge here is they've used 5 bowlers so far. They need to get an extra over. Does Yassir Shoal bowl another one after this? And madness to have a spinner coming on and having to bowl the 16th over, but that looks like they might need to do it.
Fakhar Zaman's record against pace is a lot better than his record against spin. That is strike rate. Pace 141, spin 71 is the strike rate. Doesn't get it in the meat of the bat, but still a single. 10.17 is the required rate. 127 for one. He's got his plate full. Riaz is a skipper. Hassan Ali, none for 30 has been expensive, going at 10 and over. Raad has also been disappointing. Riaz has got an over left. Yasir Shah has got an over left. Who to go to? Right. We'll take a little breather here. Let's go downstairs to Zainab Abbas.
Thanks guys in the commentary box. और शाहीन यहाँ पे मेरे साथ हैं और टूटे हुए अंगूठे के साथ खेल रहे हैं. तो शाहीन पहले तो बड़ा मुश्किल होगा बॉलिंग कराना. आपका अंगूठा दिखा भी दें सबको. तो कैसे खेल रहे हैं इनके साथ?
बिल्कुल टीम को ज़रूरत थी क्योंकि हारिस भी इंजर्ड था और उस्मान की वैसी परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आ रही थी. तो बस मेरा यही था कि मैं खेलूँ टीम के लिए क्योंकि ज़रूरी है कि मैं मैच खेलूँ और परफॉर्मेंस करूँ टीम के लिए.
अभी तक आपका टूर्नामेंट बड़ा अच्छा गया है. 11 विकेट्स आपने लेनी है. तो देखते हैं कि हम डेथ में आप यॉर्कर का इस्तेमाल अभी भी बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं. तो खासी मतलब काम करते हैं इस डिलीवरी पे.
बिल्कुल मेरी आखिर में यही स्ट्रेंथ है कि मैं यॉर्कर पे जाऊँ, स्लो वन पे जाता हूँ, यॉर्कर पे जाता हूँ, तो इसलिए कामयाब होता हूँ.
अच्छा पहले ये बताएं कि कलंदर्स की तरह नहीं खेल रहे. तो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता क्या हो रहा है?
नहीं बिल्कुल लड़के मेहनत कर रहे हैं, जेल हुए हैं. तो माशाल्लाह इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे कि ये मैच भी जीतें और परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी रहे.
अभी के मैच के बारे में क्या कहेंगे? सिचुएशन क्या लगता है कि अभी 9 विकेट्स तो हैं. स्कोर के बारे में क्या कहेंगे? हो जाएगा?
नहीं बिल्कुल माशाल्लाह पीछे भी प्लेयर्स बैठे हुए हैं. हफीज़ भाई है, डंक है. तो इंशाल्लाह कोशिश है कि इंशाल्लाह ये जीते इंशाल्लाह.
चले मैं आपको ज़्यादा रखूँगी नहीं. जाएँ और मैच देखें एंड गुड लक फॉर दिस वन.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Right, so I'll let Dirk Nannis translate that for all of you.
Well, he said his son's going well. He's enjoying the PSL. Feels they're coming out well. And they're in a good position for this game.
Yeah, the placement is outstanding. Glorious placement. All too easy for Chris Lynn and co. On 49 now, just 26. Hassan Ali has gone nowhere with his various stints because he's been up and down, too irregular.
I don't mind what he's trying to do, get out of the hitting zone, but look at the way Chris Lynn there steps across to off. So that ball wasn't far enough away from him. It just shows what a challenge it is, bowling on such a true surface like this. How'd I go with my translation?
Perfect. That's his 50. Wonderful innings. Relief for Qalandars, relief for Chris Lynn because they need Chris Lynn to be firing away as the playoff situation dawns upon us. Really has been a great innings. 50 off 27, what a way to get back into form. 4 fours and 3 sixes.
And this partnership has really driven the knife into the Zalmi. It's hard to see how they're going to get out of this one. So much big hitting to come as well.
High full toss. As hit to the field. I think he wanted more out of that shot, out of that length.
I think he also wanted the umpire's arm to go out as well. Straight away looking whether it was a no ball or not.
Within touching distance now. Qalandars 54 of 31 with 9 wickets in hand. Surely got to win this.
Expect the unexpected, Ramirez.
Well, there you had your wish, almost. Low full toss missed, and then a chance of a run out as well. Right, all's well that ends well. Got stuck between his pads, and then a late reaction from Fakhar. He got to his end quite safely. Throw was at the non-striker's end, and he was okay as well. Right, 135 for the loss of 1.
Welcome back to Gaddafi Stadium, and Lahore Qalandars are well set in this final 5 overs, and as you can see, the run rate has been the best for the Qalandars in the last 5, 11.56. Lahore needing 53 from the last 30 balls. 135 for 1. It's Chrislin and Fakhar Zaman currently at it, and they're doing it in some style. Who needs Ben Dunk when Chrislin is striking it the way he does?
It's absolutely savage from Chrislin. I'm going to have a look upstairs as to whether or not it hit the cushion on the half volley or on the full. Half volley it is. Lonely before, but man, he's hit that hard.
No disrespect to Ben Dunk, but Lahore certainly showing they're not just a one-man team tonight. Fakhar Zaman's got his highest score for HBL PSL 5. He's on 61 of 43, and this partnership is propelling Lahore to their 3rd win in a row, 89 from 53. And Lynn has come out firing. Crunch that away. 4 runs, back-to-back 4s for Lahore. And Carlos Brathwaite under pressure.
Reminds me of watching the likes of Gordon Greenidge and Robin Smith on the cut shot when I was a kid. You just feel sorry for the man at backward point, hoping that none of them get in the way. It's just vicious. Slashed backward a point. No chance whatsoever for the fielders. No chance for the ball boy, who's another 70 metres behind them.
Incredible upper body strength from Chrislin. Strike rate at the moment, 193.3. What can Wahab Riaz say now with Lynn in this kind of mood?
I don't know about you, Cass, but whatever he said, Carlos Brathwaite doesn't look that impressed. It's like, all right, buddy, you come and bowl it.
Well, the last 30 balls have yielded 57 runs without any wickets, and that's been the challenge for Zalmi tonight. They just haven't been able to strike. They took just 1 wicket. And since Chrislin has come at the crease, they've just been scoring at will, haven't they?
Well, the move to drop Chrislin down to number 3 has indeed been a genius one. It took his time to get in. And strike rate well below 60. And then in 1 over, the whole thing kick-started, and he hasn't looked back. Lewis Gregory was the man who was beaten on that occasion, and now everybody's getting beaten.
Well, Zalmi scored 106 in the last 10 overs, but remember in the last 5, just how well Lahore did to pull it back. They picked up 4 wickets in those last 5 overs for the addition of just 48 runs. So just so well set are the home team. Haven't beaten Zalmi since 2016, so talk about a turnaround in campaign.
Yeah, well, that run had to come to an end, didn't it? 7 on the bounce at Zalmi have beaten the Qalandars. But you just feel, you've sensed it here, the home games for the Qalandars, that the momentum shift and the way that they're playing and the belief that they suddenly have means that they're a real nasty proposition to come up against when they're in this mood.
That's wide. Unfortunate time to have to re-bowl that delivery. 43 required in 27 deliveries. It looks an easy ask if you have 9 wickets in the bank. It's a strange game this, 1 or 2 overs without boundaries. But the momentum is with the home side and the partnership is 95 from 56. That's a good stop on the boundary and just a single.
Yeah, good work from Yasir Shah. And it does bring Chris Lynn back on strike for the final 2 deliveries of this Brathwaite over. It's been a stunning chase, it really has. Just timed to perfection. They're not there yet. Still work to be done.
At least the required run rate is under 10. Butch, I was outside for about 5 minutes a few overs ago. It's absolutely manic. It's a packed house here at Lahore and the crowd cannot wait. Couple more overs. Will the home team do it? It's high in the air. There's a fielder running towards it under the lights. What a catch! Yasir Shah is pulled off a stunner, hasn't he?
Well, that's brilliant. He kept them down to 1. He made sure that Chris Lynn was on strike that delivery with a brilliant diving stop down at long off. And then the very next delivery, he sprints in off the boundary, gets himself just inside the 30-yard circle. And I reckon we might have even got a dive for the cameras in there as well. This went miles up in the air, but just watch Yasir Shah on the bottom of your screen. Sprinting in. Oh, he dives, he just makes it inside the 30-yard circle. Magnificent.
Pulls off the jaunty dive. Have a look, look. Wow. Well done, Yasir Shah. Big wicket at a crucial time of the innings. Chris Lynn gone for 59. It's 146 for 2. Ben Bubble Dunk, he's inspired the bubble challenge after an emphatic knocker, an unbeaten 99 of 40 deliveries that powered his team to victory over Karachi Kings. 42 required from 25. In the larger scheme of things, this is a bit of a cakewalk for Ben.
Listen, no team has ever chased more than 180 against Peshawar Zalmi. That'll be what they're thinking to themselves. No one's done it before. These guys have still got work to do. Another look at the dismissal of Chris Lynn. Just lost his shape, the bat twisting in his hands as he makes contact. And he knew the moment it came off the blade that he was in trouble. He didn't reckon on Yasir Shah with the acrobatics out there running in from mid-off. See Lynn's head goes down as soon as he makes the strike.
.13 from the over, 148 for 2. even Stevens after 16 overs. Zalmi had lost 2 more wickets. They were 148 for 4 at this stage, and there were 2 new batters at the crease, and they really struggled to gain momentum. Fakhr Zaman is key here, 63 from 45. Ben Dunk has yet to face a delivery.
Yeah, just a bit of a pause there. Fielder at extra cover and mid-off was still in mid-chat as Wahab was halfway through his run-up.
Out. Back-to-back wickets, and this is exactly what Zalmi needed, and they've got both the set batters out.
Yeah, I said it wasn't over. There was still work to do, still runs to be scored. Then Zalmi now have 2 men on naught at the crease, the perfect scenario for them. Wahab decided to go hard into a length, just outside off stump. It's a swipe from Fakhr. And guess what? Is Yasir Shah in the right place at the right time once again. Fakhr goes for 63, it's 148 for 3.
Tension around the Gaddafi Stadium as Mohammad Hafiz walks out to join Ben Dunk. 2 batters that you'd bet your life on if you're looking for 40 of 23. But it's a tough old game, this. Samit Patel is all padded up.
I reckon I might have gone Samit over Hafiz, the professor. But we shall see. Ben Dunk to face his first ball.
Well, he'll take that. It brings up the 150. And the equation now 36 from 22.
You occasionally get this as a batsman. Occasionally, particularly in my case, where everything you do turns to gold. Miscues, miss the fielders, fly for 4. Fielders drop you. And you just turn the score over without even trying. Ben Dunk has a swipe, goes over the keeper's head for 4.
Wahab Riaz has dismissed Ben Dunk 2 times of just 3 balls in PSL. There's been lots of talk about the bubble gum, and Ben Dunk says don't read too much into it. It just keeps me calm, it keeps me focused. I know it's not the best habit, but it works for me. I think he's going to get an endorsement after this PSL. There's a bubble challenge on at the moment. I think we're going to have to try it. Perhaps Slats is going to do an Insta story.
Never mind which bubblegum, I want to know which hairdresser that dude goes to.
Ben Dunk, 23 sixes in HBL PSL 5 so far. And we want to see his team across the line, and that's what he said. I may have missed out on 100, but I got my team across the line.
Yeah, 22 of those came in 2 innings. The Gladiators and the Kings felt the might of his blade. But that's a really, really good effort from him. It's also a good effort from Wahab. This is a quiet over. 2 balls left. Can he get out of it without destruction from Dunk?
Look at those celebrations. It's all going really well for the home team, and then both the set batters out in the space of 2 runs. Oh.
See what I mean? he's in that mode as a batsman where everything is going your way. Easy stop in the covers, misfielded.
Fielding in the last few was so very crucial. Lewis Gregory had a tough game. I'm not sure he's fully recovered from the bug he'd picked up. 1 ball to go in the 17th over, and they finished with the boundary. Suddenly, it's starting to get tight, isn't it? It's heading towards 11 to the over required. 33 now from 19.
Bowled superb from Wahab, using all his experience and not inconsiderable skill. 17 gone, 156 for 3.
Lahore have scored 50 for 2 in the last 30 balls. Is there another twist in the tail here? Wickets will be telling. 32 required from 18 deliveries. Carlos Brathwaite, oh boy, this could be the over where the game could be decided.
Yeah, could well be. He's trusted with bowling death overs for franchises in the CPL. West Indies also. Question is, who closes it out from the other end? Wahab Riaz is finished, 1 for 27.
And they're going for 2. That is really good running, and the dive was special. 30 now from 17 required. The required run rate is 10.59. So have a look at that body language from Ben Dunk.
Keys was run out. Actually, no, he managed to get a dive in yesterday and snuck himself over the line. The Professor throwing himself around like a 21-year-old. Still think I would have sent Sam in.
Yeah, he needed a couple of big hits. Sailing over that boundary. 5 balls since the last boundary. It's in the air and it will be caught. So it's wickets at the moment that's dominating the action here at the Gaddafi Stadium, and Carlos Brathwaite gets involved.
Yeah, back of a length to Hafiz. Wasn't going to give him anything on the drive at the bat. Steep bounce is excellent from Brathwaite. And Gregory makes no mistake at backward point. Hafiz a runnable 4. And again, I repeat, I'm not sure he was the man for that situation. Lahore have lost their 4th. It's the Prof. 158 for 4 now.
Zalmi have picked up 3 for 12 to get them right back into this contest. Summit is new to the crease, yet to face a delivery. Ben Dunk 6 off 3, and the equation 30 required from 16 balls. Summit Patel can hit a long ball, and he's required at the moment to do exactly that. The required run rate has shot up over 11.
Well, Brathwaite has figured out the sort of length and line he wants to bowl here. He's taking an absolute age to get the field set right to Ben Dunk. He's a sort of wide third man, a man on the line of almost like a fourth slip on the offside, inside the circle. It's a man at deep extra cover, long off, long on, straight mid-wicket, and then the 2 men behind square are inside the circle on the leg side. Yeah, and he bowled to that field. Just 3 men in a very wide arc, from a wide third man to extra cover to mid-off. So the wide half volley was the right choice. Easy ender for Fees. Again, it's back of a length ball, bounces up over hip height. And Fees is looking leg side perhaps, but never in a position to hit it. Gregory does the rest.
Three balls to go in this over. Brathwaite's got 2 for 16. Singles are not going to do the trick at the moment. It's just getting tighter and tighter. The required run rate has touched 12.
So who do we fancy to bowl the 19th? Rahat has got 1 left. Yasir has bowled 3. I don't think we'll see him again. Gregory's bowled 2 and gone round the park. Rahat's got to be the man, hasn't it? It's got to go with the left armour from the pavilion end.
So will it be Rahat Ali and Brathwaite to finish up for the Zalmi? Will this be caught? Yes, it will. Oh, almost fumbled. Tom Banton and Brathwaite with 2 wickets in the over.
That's just brilliant execution. Brilliant execution. Mohammad Akram and Darren Sammy embraced down there in the dugout for Zalmi. But Brathwaite had the field set perfectly. 2 men back within 30 yards of each other, long off and deep extra cover. He bowled exactly the right ball. And finally somebody has burst Ben Dunk's bubble.
Whoops, almost spilt it. Tom Banton sticks the tongue out. He can't blow bubbles right now. Ben Dunk is disappointed. Out for 7, 160 for 5. Oh, 4 runs, exactly what the home team needed. And Carlos Brathwaite hands on head, but he's done well. 2 wickets from the over. It's 164 for 5. Rath Ali with the 19th over. They'll push for two. They have to. They've got the two right batters at the crease, but they're both brand new, and they're going to have to tee off from the word go.
Yeah, two a ball. Two a ball needed. The tension here is becoming unbearable. The home fans, 3 overs ago, thought it was going to be a cruise. Another easy run chase led by Chris Lynn and Fakhr Zaman. How quickly things have changed. This Zalmi side do not lie down. There's a reason no one's chased 180 plus against them before.
Oh, that's a misfield. Oh, they go for two. They do. Good running. You've got to be right at the top of your game in these final overs in the field.
Yeah, two a ball needed. Another two picked up. Smashed square, and it just burst through Yasir Shah. To be fair, if he hadn't got something on it, it would have been 4.
20 off 10. You can feel the tension around the Gaddafi Stadium. It's a full house because their team have been winning. They've won the last 2 games emphatically by 8 wickets. Oh, wow! David Visser goes big, and it's into the crowd for 6. This is his game, David Visser. He knows how to finish in style, and can he take this team across the line?
296 HBL 6s. And this is an absolute monster. From cricket's answer to David Grohl. He's absolutely killed this. Got himself deep in the crease and got the perfect delivery. The perfect delivery. A little short off-cutter. And then he kissed it goodbye. Into the night sky. Magnificent.
Last year, he crashed 5 sixes in a chase of over 200 against Multan Sultan, so he knows how to do this. David Visser, is this your night?
Well, that's all right. They've got it down to something that's very manageable now. 13 from 8.
The dugout is intense. The crowds are intense. This is such a good game for HBL PSL 5. You want these nail biters.
The fans in yellow were dancing in the aisles 3 deliveries ago. Now they can barely look. Even Darren Sammy, that's a slightly sheepish smile, the first one we've seen tonight.
Few balls ago, it was looking good. 11 from this over, 2 balls to go. Samit Patel gets it into the gap for 4. What an over this is turning out to be for the home team. 15 from the over with 1 ball to go.
This, in a situation like this, in an atmosphere like this is an absolutely wonderful stroke from Samit Patel. He gives himself a little bit of room, tiny shimmy to the leg side, and somehow has managed to get the bat speed onto that slower delivery through extra cover. It's just a little punch, hardly any backlift, splits the field.
Where will he go here? Good ball, but they'll pinch a single. Excellent over. 16 from it, 1 over to go, and Lahore need 8 of the final over for victory.
Excellent, excellent from Brathwaite. 3 for 21. It's been a huge intervention from the big Barbadian. Got 5 balls to try and close this one out. We're in super over territory.
There've only been 2 super overs in PSL history, and guess what? Lahore have been involved in both.
1-1, lost one. And there is just tension everywhere.
Power that. Pinch a single. So gets David Visa on strike. 7 required from 4 deliveries. What a match this has turned out to be.
Now we're going to have a little look. Wahab and Brathwaite are together. Brathwaite has been meticulous about his field. And Wahab will pretty much go with his bowler here, I reckon. Brathwaite is directing traffic. The crowd can barely watch. He's not only is he worrying about which position they're in, he's trying to get his best fielders in where he thinks the hot spots are going to be. Fielders in yellow running everywhere. Like bananas, belting it all around the field. This might take a while, folks.
The field is where you want, but if it's a hit-me delivery, David Visa is going to clear that boundary. Seen some fantastic fan gear here tonight.
Just what a spectacle it's been. So happy to have the PSL back in Pakistan where it belongs. The fans have come out in their thousands to support their heroes from home and away. And by and large, they've been treated to some incredible cricket, some absolutely magnificent stuff from the players on show. So we got the 2 behind square on the offside, man back at deep backward square leg, another one at deep mid wicket, another one at long on, another one at long off.
That's a single, a good delivery. This is a really good over from Carlos Brathwaite. A dot ball. And 2 singles, 6 offs, 3 butch. Call it. Where's it going?
Well, I mean, it's 1 ball, isn't it? 1 ball and you win the game. And such is the power and skill of the modern batsman. You wouldn't bet against one of them doing it. Carlos Brathwaite again has got to outthink Samit Patel. Stuck with pretty much the same field as he had for David Visa. Yeah, exactly the same. Is he going to go for the same delivery? Leg stump Yorker.
Oh, and a miss.
What a bluff. That's an incredible bluff from Carlos Brathwaite. Slower ball into the pitch, wide of off stump. Samit Patel was setting himself for something full and in at leg stump. Oh, mate, what an over this is. He's just 1 step ahead every ball, but he still has David Visa in range. 1 stroke.
5 required from 2. Is there a super over on the cards? No need! Visa ends with a 6 and Lahore beaten the Zalmi for the first time since 2016 in HBL PSL. A 5-wicket victory and the fans are up on their feet. Have a listen to Gaddafi Stadium.
They are going absolutely berserk here. Commiserations for Carlos Brathwaite, who kept his side in it. He kept them in it, he kept pegging them back. But in the end, he didn't have the answer, didn't have the magic deliveries to stop David Visa from clearing the rope. What a finish, what a contest. Finally somebody's chased over 180 against the Zalmi. And Wahab Riaz will be disappointed, but he can know that he's been involved in a magnificent contest here at Gaddafi Stadium, and the Qalandars run continues.
Third win in a row for Lahore Qalandars, and their campaign is red hot at the moment. It was all over in the last couple of days, and everyone had their shoulders dropped here in Lahore, asking, would the home team ever pick up a win? Well, they've got 3 wins in a row, and they shoot up to third in the standings. What a run chase. Have a look at Visa's face. He's done this before on a couple of occasions, and he backed himself with that long hit down the ground.
And that's the thing these days. As a bowler, you can bowl 3 or 4 great deliveries, but these guys have got so much power. You miss your spot by an inch and they will make the ball disappear. It was a fabulous effort from Wahab Riaz. And Carlos Brathwaite, who ended up with 3 for 28, but in the end it just wasn't enough. 187 proves again not to be enough for the batting team, batting first. Qalandars have chased it down once more. Different match, different opposition, different heroes, but same result.
You can see how much it means to this team. They're finally managing to click. Mr. Cool, Darren Sammy, you saw his emotions change so often in those last few overs. But a partnership of 29 of 12 deliveries between Samit Patel and David Visa has got Lahore singing and dancing in the stands tonight.
Yeah, Lynn set it all up. 59 from 32 for him. His move down to number 3, proving to be a good one. And here's the moment. David Visa, the second he felt contact, he knew those big arms, that big bat. He knew it was off the middle or close enough, and there isn't a ground big enough when he tags them.
Hard luck, Carlos Brathwaite. But what a moment for David Visa and Samit Patel. Heroes for Lahore tonight. Let's head down now to Zainab Abbas.